of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Hey Pirates, this is Holton Ahlers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. And if we were on about 15 seconds earlier, you would have seen a celebration here in the Pirate Radio studios. A pinch hit 3-run bomb by Jock Peterson has the Braves up 3-0 in Game 3 of the NLDS series, tied at 1 game apiece. And Peterson's home run gives Atlanta a 3-0 lead over the Brewers. That was exciting as we come on the air today.
How do you say the Braves just normally and not go Skip Carey voice?
The Braves?
Yes, the Braves lead 3-0 in the ALDS Game 3. That's exciting.
That was awesome. Now I got a show to do. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt here as well. Jonathan Ellerbe to my left. DJ Ford coming up in about 15 minutes. We'll talk to the Pirate safety about ECU's, tough loss on Saturday night. They will regroup during the bye week and get ready for the Houston Cougars. We have a kickoff time for that game coming up. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. It'll be a 4 o'clock start time. So we'll be with you at noon on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Also coming up later on today, Brian Bailey will join us. Troy D and Holton Ahlers in hour number 3. We'll mix in a NFL Week 5 recap. And we will replay the Larry in Texas call. A huge conspiracy was uncovered Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. We'll rehash all that coming up as Ellerbe was at the game.
Yes.
In fact, we got to talk about all of Ellerbe's world travels over the weekend. But Ellerbe, Pirates were, so this is one, again, going into the year, I chalked it up as a loss. You go to UCF. They're a really good team. Probably going to lose that game. Then the Pirates win 3 in a row. Dylan Gabriel and a lot of injuries on UCF side. You think, well, we can go there and win this game. Then when you see the two teams on the field, you're like, well, we might be the better team here. We should win this game. And it felt that way until the very end. UCF gets a late score to knock off the Pirates in a frustrating one, 20-16 Saturday night.
Yeah, it was very similar to the South Carolina game. You felt like the Pirates had outplayed them, and I felt very confident going to the stadium that day. And I knew for a fact that East Carolina was going to cover the spread. That it wasn't like they weren't a 10-point dog to this team. I just felt really good about how the team had been playing, especially the week before, and the game played out. And unfortunately, the Pirates didn't have enough time to get the ball back at the very end. They had some opportunities to close the game out, but
on offense and defense.
Yeah, and there were some, you go back all the way to the first drive of the game. The Pirates set the tone, go all the way down the field, and then fumble in the red zone. So there's a lot of ifs and buts, candies and nuts in this game. A lot like the South Carolina game, that if things change here or there, the Pirates, walk away with a victory. They don't. They're 3-3. There's 6 games to go, and I feel confident that this team can still get 3 or 4 more wins down the stretch. I feel very good about how this team is still playing. Not peaking great last week, but I feel good that they can take this bye week, 6 games under their belt, come back and hit the road against Houston, and we'll see what'll happen the final 6 games of the year. But if you focus on the end result, and this team still finishes 6-6 or 7-5. Maybe that'll relieve some of the frustration of the South Carolina and UCF games.
Well, right now we are 3-3.
Right.
And we are frustrated from those 2 losses that could have been wins. Chris, I read this on the fifth quarter and tweeted it out as well on Saturday night. But Chris McCarney is in the Facebook chat just reminding us of his message on the fifth quarter the other night on Facebook Live, Ellerbe. He said, typical football week in Greenville. Monday and Tuesday, complain about the loss. Wednesday, talk about how great the Peach Bowl was. Thursday, talk about how long it's been since we're at a bowl game. Friday, dream about what happens if we win on Saturday.
Yes.
And Chris is reminding us that we are on schedule, Chris. Today and tomorrow, we're going to complain about the loss from Saturday night.
I'm not going to complain too much. I feel, it was tough. It stunk. It was missed opportunities. I heard you say that on the fifth quarter. I saw, that was the kind of the headline on Hoist the Colors. So it is what it is at this point. How do you learn from South Carolina and UCF and don't let that happen again down the stretch when you play these final 6 games, if you have an opportunity against any of those teams left?
Yeah, and we've had a close fourth quarter win this year against Marshall. They made some winning plays down the stretch of that one and were able to win it, but you've had 2 slip away from you in South Carolina and UCF. Man, it just stinks that you were that close to getting it done. And up next is Houston. I guess up next for the Pirates, though, is a bye week. And we'll talk to DJ Ford, Holton Ahlers coming up on today's show about what they want to accomplish during that bye week.
Yeah, and you did. I was at the game. It was my first time ever going to the bounce house. I'd never been there. And I give props to UCF. They do a great job with their game atmosphere. They have a ton of students and young fans that come to the games, and a lot of good interaction, and the bounce house does bounce. It was a lot of energy in there, and East Carolina, to their credit, kept the bounce house as not really a factor for a majority of the game.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean 0-0 at the end of quarter one, 3-3 at halftime. There wasn't a ton of excitement on either sides of the ball, offensively at least, on both sides of the ball in the first half. But it was a cool experience. Unfortunately, just came up short.
Austin Riley comes up short, deep fly out to left, and the Braves take a 3-0 lead into the top of the sixth. Okay, thank you. Having trouble keeping up with everything. Got a lot going on a Monday.
It's
Ellerbe,
tough for
by
you.
the way, Major League Baseball hates. They don't want any fans. They got blackouts, so you can't see games. They got playoff games at 1 in the afternoon. They hate their fans, and they don't want new fans. They don't want anybody to see this. I mean, it's stupid to have a playoff game on at 1 o'clock on a Monday afternoon.
You think so?
I'd know so.
It looks
Very
like
stupid.
there's a lot of Braves fans in attendance in Atlanta today.
Good for them.
It's Columbus Day.
Is it?
In Atlanta, at least it is.
Columbus Day. Yeah. Why are we working? It's a holiday.
Because we work on holidays here. We do the opposite.
Great.
We take other weird days off around here.
Like NCAA tournament day. That's a holiday for us.
Yes,
I'll take that.
Thursday
I'd gladly trade off Columbus Day for tournament day.
Exactly.
Great trade-off, now that you mention it.
There you go.
All right, so the Pirates fall, Ellerbe, and you mentioned your trip to the bounce house. So, good crowd for them, especially since going into that game, they had not won a game or played a home game since September 11th. So it was almost a full month before their fans got to see him. And Zach Maskovich, we talked to him last week. He predicted a good crowd, and looked like there was on Saturday.
Well, the weather made a turn for the better earlier in the week. I mean, I packed a raincoat because it looked like 60% chance of rain, which is, could be the case in Florida or North Carolina or whatever. But it was sunny and 70-something. It was actually pretty hot pregame. Sitting in the stands, I had to go downstairs just to catch a breeze for a little bit before the game started. But the weather was beautiful. They do a great job engaging with tailgating out there, setting up tents, and have a lot of bounce houses outside the stadium to have all the fans and stuff out there. So I would say my experience to the bounce house was very positive, and that they do a good job. And I will say this for fans that are, worried about and complaining about the long lines of concessions at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, it's the same at the bounce house as well. So it was also the same at the Major League Baseball game I went to last week as well.
So now, let's talk about that real quick. So is Hunter Ellerbe a Randy Arozarena guy? Is he a Rays fan now?
He is, and I am now of Randy Arozarena, and I kept getting his name wrong, and I probably just got it wrong there. So my son, who actually turns 13 coming up this Saturday, is his official birthday, but a few weeks ago, he said, "Dad, I know what I want for my birthday." And he goes, "I want to go to a Major League Baseball playoff game." And I was like, "Wow, that's kind of a cool idea."
Kind of sudden too. They're happening right now.
Well, no, it was a few weeks ago before when the regular season was still. Because right when the Rays had clinched, and I don't think he's fond of the Orioles because we carry the Orioles here on Pirate Radio. And he
they
likes
did not make the playoffs this year.
Right, and he likes the Braves because I grew up as a Braves fan. So those are and we have family that live in Atlanta, and so those are kind of teams. But he goes, "Dad, because we can go to a Rays game because they're going to host, and it'll be easy to get tickets." And I was like, well,
that's all true.
He did a great sales job on this. So long story short is I jumped online when Major League Baseball tickets went on sale, and I bought Game 1 tickets. I was so excited, got good seats, and then I told Hunter about it. And then later that day, I went and looked, and I didn't look good enough because Game 1 was on Thursday and not on Friday. I thought it was on Friday, so we were just going to go to a game. But I'd already locked in and bought the tickets, so I ended up buying tickets for Thursday and Friday. I went ahead and bought tickets for Friday, so we went to two games, the ALDS between the Rays and the Red Sox for his birthday, and we were able to coordinate it because ECU was playing an hour away in Orlando. So we went 3 for 3. We went for games. We didn't win all the games, but one of the best and most exciting plays I've ever seen in person at a sporting event was when Randy Arozarena stole home plate.
That is so cool. That is such a cool, like one of the coolest plays in all of sports.
I think
stealing home.
I'm telling you, I get chills just talking about it right now because they had the shift on whoever was up, and I think it might have been Wander Franco. I've gotten to know some of the names now after going to a couple games. But so the third baseman was actually playing over at shortstop, and the shortstop was behind second base, and Randy he was going all the way. I mean, he was like dead even with the mound, and the Red Sox pitcher, and it was like 6 pitches to this guy, so that's what he kept getting his timing right.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox pitcher did like a shrug with his shoulders, and I think that gave him the jump, and it was bang. I mean, it was probably, I say it ranks up. I'd have to go back and think of the other plays. I've seen some Hail Mary finishes that are good for the team that I was pulling for, and some other cool things, and but that ranks right up there as one of the most fascinating things I've seen in sports.
I'll tell you who's not a fan of Randy Rosarena. I got a text from Mike Mullis on Thursday night. Said somebody should smoke a Rosarena. And we'll talk to Mully tomorrow on the show.
What does that mean?
I think he didn't like his pimping of a home run or something.
He did hit a home run too, and he is a fun and exciting. He kind of reminds me of Acuna for the Braves, kind of like one of those young, exciting players, a ton of energy, a guy that's going to make a ton of money for somewhere else besides being in a Rays uniform.
Mully hates everything that's fun. So that just tells me that Randy's a lot of fun.
And you have a love-hate relationship with Mully. Sometimes more hate than love, but you love to have him on.
I do. He's one of my least favorite guests.
Describe the atmosphere in there when that play happened.
Oh, it was nuts. I mean, and Thursday night was awesome because the Rays won, and it was about 3/4 full. The Trop is still a dump. I went there when the Beef O'Brady Bowl, but it's probably the nicest, dumpiest baseball stadium you can go to, and it's not in a great area of St. Pete, and it's just kind of weird. It's clean on the inside, and it's not RFK or Legion Field, like dirty and out of date, dumpy. It's just kind of weird that it's a dome. I don't know. And I know they need it for rain and the heat and other stuff down there, but it's just the Rays deserve a better facility than that. And it's got the uniqueness because you saw the home run ball that hit the rafters.
Yeah.
But
was it Nelson Cruz?
Yeah. So, but I mean, overall, it was 3/4 full, and they passed out these yellow towels, and everybody was waving those like crazy, and it was cool. The other thing that was crazy is that the next night, and both nights really, it was probably about a third Red Sox fans. Which always makes it interesting. And it probably would have been 50-50 if the Yankees would have won, because there's so much in the Tampa area around with the Yankees. But you can ask my son. He was like, he first thing he tells everybody is that I saw 3 Red Sox fans get thrown out of the game the other night. He goes, they love to cuss and they love home runs, because they hit like 6 home runs
on Friday night.
On Friday night. Every time they hit a home run, there was one dude with like little noodle spaghetti arms, and he had a Red Sox jersey on. He'd stand up and turn around, and he was like, "Let's go Rays!" And he put his hand to his ear and stuff. And after a while, he started getting a few peanuts thrown at him by some of the northern transplants that were Rays fans, and I think they, eventually they had to bounce the guy before he got his rear end
inside of the ride. And all that.
It was.
Did you see Dickie V, the most famous Rays fan?
He did. He threw out the first pitch Thursday.
All right. Oh, awesome, baby.
He did.
Baby.
So there's Ellerbe's trip to Florida. Sounds good.
It was. It was my son's birthday, but it was kind of like almost a trip for me. I was like, when he was selling me, it didn't take much to sell me on the idea.
That's pretty awesome.
And we had a great time. So playoff baseball is tremendous when they're playing for something. And why not have baseball games on all day? Why are you trying to get rid of sports? That's what a year ago. That's what you were preaching. More sports the better, right, Clip?
Not playoff games.
Not playoff games. No. When do you need? So you'd rather have 3 playoff games going at once tonight?
Sure. So I can watch my team at night.
You're watching. You don't seem to be struggling at work right now.
You don't know my struggles. That's because I'm doing a good job playing it off, because I'm a great host.
You are. You're just asking me to tell stories about my trip.
Yeah, not paying attention. Just nodding my head.
Hopefully, DJ Ford out there in the lobby is like knowing he's going to have to carry the show the next 15 minutes when he comes in.
I hope DJ's got some good answers for me as I watch this game.
He's smiling. He's sure.
All right, let's get DJ in here. Ellerbe, good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you next week. It will be just coming off a bye week. Monday, headed into the Houston Cougars game. So look forward to a game week again.
All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. Pirate Safety DJ Ford joins us next, right here inside the Pirate Radio Studios Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey y'all, it's October, which means it's time to get ready for Halloween. This is Lisa with Halloween Express, Greenville's locally owned Halloween superstore for 23 years. The Halloween fun is back, and we have everything you need to make it one to remember. From kids to adults, we've got you covered. We have the largest selection of masks in Greenville, plus every other costume you can think of. Come visit our new location in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville on Greenville Boulevard, open 7 days a week. Halloween Express, what are you going to be?
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sug Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelves and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. The Braves lead the Brewers 3-0, bottom of the sixth. That is Game 3 of the Best of 5 NLDS Series. And Atlanta trying to take a 2-1 lead. Coming up later today, no baseball between the White Sox and Astros. That game has been moved to tomorrow due to weather. The Rays in Boston play tonight in Fenway. The Boston screw job last night.
That was not a screw job. That was called a Major League Baseball rule.
After they kicked the ball into the...
they didn't kick it into the stands. Hater.
Boston gets the win in extra innings.
Walk off in the bottom of the 13th inning over the Green Monster, baby.
That was a wild one. They Rays and Red Sox tonight 7:07. Dodgers and Giants tonight. Game 3 of that series at 9:30. All right, joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios, ECU safety DJ Ford. DJ, welcome in. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Appreciate your time today. And DJ, I know you got banged up Saturday night in the game against UCF. So first question, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling much better today. Yes, sir.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Glad to be here.
Frustrating loss for the team, man. I said it as we're coming back on. You know, you're right there with an opportunity to win at the game. The results don't go your way, but you know, how proud were you of the effort of yourself, your teammates, for really holding down UCF for a lot of the night there in Orlando on Saturday?
Yeah, it's definitely a heartbreaker. It's never fun to lose. Nobody plays the game to lose, obviously, but like you said, I am very proud of the guys on the team, both sides of the ball. Like, we fought hard till the end, you know what I'm saying? They just made a few more plays in the clutch than we did towards the end of the game. So we got to lock back in, find a way to play better. We can never be perfect, but that's what we strive for. So got to find ways that we can improve over this bye week and get back to it.
And you guys did a good job the other night facing a quarterback that did not have a lot of experience. And I know talking to you off the air, a lot of that was, you know, you're bringing the blitz like Blake Harrell loves to do, but at times you were trying to disguise what you do. That held him to 194 passing yards and an interception. So looks like you guys, for the most part, had a great plan the other night going into that game.
Yes, sir. Our coaches definitely schemed them up and had some things that we had worked on, and they for sure came to fruition in the game. So,
DJ, how much do you enjoy playing front? You've got to play some good games here at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium with the crowd. How about a road environment like that? That's probably the loudest one you'll see all year. How much does that hype you guys up?
Oh, it hypes us up a lot. It's so fun, especially before the game, you know, when we come out and warm up and then we go back in for a few minutes. A lot of the fans are, you know, screaming out different names, different jersey numbers, like, hey, you know, blah, 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 like, we're going to kill you, blah, 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 like, you guys aren't ready, all this and all that kind of stuff. And we try not to get involved with that, but that kind of stuff does get you juiced up and ready for the game. And, you know, obviously you don't get that kind of thing from a home game. So
the what they want is for you to turn around and acknowledge them. How much do you do that, DJ, and how much do you just send your back to them, ignore it?
Well, pregame, I always acknowledge them, but I don't say anything. I just look at them and smile. I kind of give them a little wave or something, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that I hear them, but, like, I don't feed into all the extra stuff.
Yeah, you got to keep. That's what fans are trying to do, get in your heads, things like that. But as Jonathan said a moment ago, he was at the game. Your team was able to take the crowd out of the game for a lot of that game by the way you played.
Oh yes, sir. I was kind of disappointed in a sense. It wasn't very loud most of the game, you know.
Unfortunately, got loud there at the end.
Yeah, it definitely did at the end.
They were able to come out with a victory. DJ, when you go as a player, I'm sure you go into every game saying we're going to win this football game.
Oh yes, sir.
And then you're out there on the field with those guys. It's whatever 3-3, or you guys take the lead in the third quarter. At that point, confidence has got to be at an all-time high. So what's that feeling like when you're on the field taking on a team that I don't know if you know they're a 10-point favorite. I don't know if you know the history that how bad they've beaten East Carolina. But at that moment Saturday night, you're thinking we're better than these guys.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were a 10-point underdog or anything like that. I don't get into all that stuff pregame, like I said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for sure, anytime you take the lead and things like that, your confidence goes up. And my confidence was always up, believe it or not, all the way through the game up until the end. You know what I'm saying? Even in the end, I thought we were going to find a way to pull it off. So I don't know, you know.
Handling wins has been a question around here. We talked to I don't think we talked to you that week after the Charleston Southern game. But Xavier, Rajay Sneed, Holton all said that, we got to all buy in every week and focus every week. And maybe you guys didn't do that heading into Charleston Southern. You certainly did it the Tulane week. We saw that on the field. So now you've learned how to handle success. You've also learned how to bounce back from tough losses. You did it after the South Carolina loss when you went to Marshall and won. So it seems like win or lose now, you guys kind of understand what it is each week that you got to reset, refocus. You've probably always had that mindset as a veteran, but are the younger guys on the team starting to learn that?
Yes, sir, for sure. You can tell it just from the vibes in the locker room, and even through some of the things that are vocalized, talking to the guys and things like that. We're at a point where we're transitioning from I hope we win this game to we're expecting to win every game. You know what I'm saying? So guys are confident. We believe in each other. We believe in us as a team. We just got to make it happen. So
what's the most important thing to accomplish this bye week? We'll start just with you personally. What do you want to focus on during the off week?
During the off week, definitely taking care of our bodies and things like that, because it's a long season, obviously, and refocusing in on some of the details that can be lost in daily, week-to-week activities and things of that nature, and then also bringing along some of the younger guys. This is a good time for them to get some reps and things like that to, build some depth for the future.
That's right. Is there a scrimmage, like where the young guys get to play this week?
Yes, sir. That'll be later in the week.
Yeah. DJ Ford joining us. DJ, it's more of a Blake Harrell question, I guess, but you've been around a while, both at North Carolina, and this will be your first bye week here, obviously. But during the bye week, is it more about fine-tuning what you've already learned as a defense, or do you add new wrinkles? Or is it a little bit of both? What do you expect?
It can be a little bit of both. I'm not sure exactly what Coach Harrell has planned. We'll see as the week goes on. But for sure, redialing in, like I said, and focusing up on some of the details that can be lost on a day-to-day basis. So,
DJ, it's a long day for us here on Saturdays. We do a 4-hour pregame show and then host the postgame show, which can go 3 or so hours. So it's an all-day deal. So I'm excited, although my wife's already told me a few things I have to do. Yes, but I'm going to take care of that stuff. And I'm going to watch football all day Saturday. That's heaven for me. How about for you on Saturday? Are you, as a football player, are you going to be locked in, or are you finding anything else but football to do?
Oh, no. I love the game. I'm much like you. I'm like a kid on Christmas. Wake up on Saturday. I can't wait for 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to watch the first game, and a commercial break comes on. I'm flipping back and forth between 2 or 3 different games. I'm trying to watch as much football as I can. So that'll definitely be a treat.
At what point, and I'm sure you look at a little bit of Houston every single day, right, as you get ready for the Cougars, but
yes, sir.
Do you lock in on them this week? Is it more introspective this week and then Houston next week, or is it's all about Houston these next 2 weeks?
I think we'll for sure be locking in on Houston because they're the next opponent, but I think we'll also take some time to look ahead at a couple of the other games later in the year, and I know I'd already peeked ahead at Houston a couple weeks back, so like things like that we'll for sure be looking ahead, but also focusing in on Houston.
When's the last time you have practiced or discussed as a team Navy? That option offense is something you only see once a year.
Yes, sir.
How often do you guys bring that up?
We've actually been practicing that still up to this point.
So you do a little bit of that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Have you did you face an option team at Carolina?
We used to play Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech just kind of entered that transitioning
when
out
Paul
of that
Johnson
type of
left,
offense. Yeah, but they used to do that every year, so
it's not fun, is it?
It's not the most ideal situation.
You defensive guys hate that stuff, and for good reason. So we'll talk about that when we get there. We got some more games to play. You've got Houston on the road. That's a 4:00 kickoff, and then a Thursday nighter. How excited are you to be at home on a Thursday night against South Florida, that ESPN game?
That'll be a lot of fun. Night games are always fun under the lights. It's just a little bit different, something about it, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And we'll be, I think it's a blackout game. Maybe we'll see the black jerseys on Thursday night, perhaps.
I'm excited. I hope so.
DJ, thanks for joining us today, man. Hope you rest up, heal up, and have a good week during the bye week. And we'll talk to you again next week as we get ready for those Houston Cougars.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir. There's DJ Ford, East Carolina safety, joining us inside the Players Lounge on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back. Brian Bailey is back from Orlando. We'll talk to Double B about his trip and have more for you when we return after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Pirate fans, single game tickets are on sale now for as low as $20 for 3 great games to come. East Carolina will take on the Bulls of South Florida, the Temple Owls for Hall of Fame weekend, and then Thanksgiving weekend, it's nationally ranked Cincinnati. For tickets, go to ECUPirates.com.
You can paint this with purple.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Where does the AAC go from here? I'll have some thoughts next.
There are lots of reasons to love the Carolinas. We have awesome beaches, beautiful mountains, great weather, friendly people. We have some of the best teams to root for and the best schools to be a part of. But the one reason above all others to love the Carolinas? Pepsi Cola. Somehow, it just tastes different here. Better. More refreshing. No one can really explain why. All we can guess is, it's better here because it was born here. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas.
When I first heard the American Athletic Conference was considering Air Force, Colorado State, Boise State, and San Diego State as new members, my thought was, have we totally lost our minds? I mean, come on, really. A college athletics conference stretching from Pennsylvania to California and everywhere in between. And then when Air Force and Colorado State said no, thank goodness there were some people who came to their senses. Why in the world would, let's say, Air Force want to fly east through 2 time zones to compete against the likes of ECU, Temple, and USF? And there's no way Air Force would play basketball in the American. At the end of the day, the Mountain West is staying together and the American has lost 3 programs. Don't think there's some gamesmanship going on. The Mountain West now is claiming to be the best conference outside the Power 5, or the Autonomy 5 as they're supposedly wanting to be called. So who's next for the AAC? UAB looks like a leading candidate. After that, who knows? You just don't add programs to add programs. Come on back again next time and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will we feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you on a Monday. Thanks to DJ Ford, East Carolina Safety, for joining us inside the Players Lounge on a Monday. We'll talk to Holton Ahlers coming up in the 5 o'clock hour and continue on right now. We'll talk to another fella that was in the bounce house on Saturday, and that is Double B Brian Bailey, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Bailey, how you doing today?
Not too bad for a Monday. How are you?
Doing great, and great edition of the Brian Bailey Show earlier today at noon. Talked some ECU football, also talked some high school football as a New Bern Rose Showdown coming up. And also, you talked about unveiling a new studio there at WNCT Channel 9. So I'll give you a plug on that, Bailey. When do us commoners get to see the new studios you got?
Right at 5 o'clock. The plan is they're going to run a video, and Alan Hoffman's part of the video. He came out of retirement to be a part of this video. I haven't seen it yet. I hope I don't cry because I'll be on live television. I haven't seen it yet. Apparently, there's some old pictures of me. I was 7 months pregnant in one of them, so I know I was a little bit fatter in one of them, but I'm anxious to see some of that.
You can see a Bailey belly you hadn't seen in a while, and probably a Bailey mustache or two you hadn't seen in a while.
That's for sure. And I remember that when I got up to about 270. That was bad.
Looking a lot leaner today, Double B. Looking good. Let's talk about the Pirates, and man, I saw a lot of people kind of say that it feels good to hurt, Bailey, where you just took so many beatings over the years, you become a little apathetic to things, but now you get in these games and you watch them and you say, we should win this ball game. And you felt that way against South Carolina. You felt that way against UCF, and the Pirates just did not get it done at the end of that game. So it stinks. It's a game you should have won. It's hopefully one you don't look back on at the end of the year if you're below 6 wins and say that should have been a win. But it feels good to hurt, Bailey, because that means that we're hopefully getting close, right?
I think they're certainly getting close, and I tell you, it's one of those situations. I mean, when good teams don't play well, they still win games. And I think that you're looking at a team that's still trying to figure out if they're a good team or if they're still trying to get to be a good team. But they had plenty of chances, just like the South Carolina game. And I know fans get on coaches and want to do this and want to do that. I was with the team in Orlando, and they were so crushed that they didn't win that game. And it's like, I don't know. It's hard to describe the feeling because, your heart goes out to them because, everything that they did, it was designed to win the football game, and they had their chances. And it's just, sometimes it just takes a little while longer to get over the hump. And I think that's what this Pirate football team, made the analogy about the building of a program. You lose big, and then you lose small, and you win small. And I still think that, the Pirates are right in the middle of that losing small and winning small. There's no, you just can't make any mistakes right now. And when you do make a mistake, it's going to cost you, and it may cost you a game, and it did.
Bye week comes at a good time, right in the middle of the season. Bailey, you've got guys dinged up like the fellow we just talked to, DJ Ford, who was injured and left that game on Saturday, so he's feeling a lot better right now. But Noah Henderson and his kind of lingering issue, you've had a lot of offensive linemen go in and out, so hopefully this bye week is a good one to get healthy.
Yeah, I hope so. I think we found out the game time for Houston's 4 o'clock, so I think that's good for the program because if I'm like Houston, I wanted that game to be played at 10 in the morning because you got to get back and get ready for South Florida. And
oh yeah,
when you look at things, you gotta win that South Florida game and that Temple game at home to get to 6 are pretty much must wins. I mean, you've got to have those two as part of your 6. And you got a short week, and those short weeks. They're short enough if you play at home on Saturday, you play on Thursday. But when you're on the road and you're in Houston, Texas on Saturday night, you got to get back and get up Sunday morning early and, condense the whole week into a couple of days.
Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, going back to that UCF game, and I just react to what I see on television. I follow the ball. I'm not a offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, but 4th and 8, I was, screaming at the TV, why are we only sending 3 here? And I talked a little bit with DJ Ford about what they did defensively off the air and on the air. And he said that there were a couple of times where they basically confused the freshman quarterback, Mikey Keene, pre-snap, and said kind of had a look, we're going to do this. They did something else, and were able to get some great defensive plays off of that. There were other times where they didn't blitz and it hurt them, and one of those plays was that 4th and 8 play. So from the naked eye and just knowing Blake Harrell and how aggressive he is normally, I was really surprised there. They didn't send pressure at the young quarterback, and I know we got a lot of comments on the same. What did you think when you saw it there at the end of the game?
I was a little surprised as well. And I think the thinking was, if we do give up the 8, we still don't want to give up the big play. But my thought process was, if you give up a big play and it turns into, a touchdown, you get the ball back, and you get the ball last, with time enough to do something with it. I still like the Pirates' chances. But as it was, they got 12, I think, on the 4th and 8, and then they were able to just drive down and go ahead and catch it in. It was 23 seconds to play. And that doesn't give you enough time to do anything. So it was just one of those, it's you have one shot at it. Whatever you call, and then you have one shot at it and see how it plays out. And I think if they had a chance to do it over again, maybe they would have. But it's for me, it's hard on the field because you can't see. I talked to one of the ops people just to find out about the running game and why the Pirates were struggling in the running game, and they said, hey, they got 8 in the box a lot of times, and it's kind of, when they have 8 in the box, it's hard to run, and that's when you want to open it up a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
It out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't, it's just, it's all, we're all smarter than anybody else until we have to do the thing, and then I think, we fall into the same deal. So.
And it worked out perfectly for UCF. ECU didn't call a timeout there, and the clock dwindles down, and then they're able to score on, 3rd down, I believe. UCF was maybe 2nd down, but anyway, did you see the Chargers and Browns yesterday, where the Chargers are trying to not score a touchdown so they can run out the clock, and Austin Eckler's not the biggest running back, so he runs the ball, and it looks like he just wants to get stood up at the line of scrimmage, take some clock off, and the Browns pull him into the end zone so they can get the football back. I was kind of thinking, and Brandon Whedon was talking about it on the broadcast, if you're ECU, do you just let them walk in and score so at least your offense has a chance to get the ball back?
Well, I don't think, on the professional level, I see that a little bit, but in the college level, it's got to be something really odd to let somebody score like that, because there's so many, even if it's a field goal type situation, I mean, there's a chance to block it, chance to miss the field goal. I mean, you hate just to give it up like that, but it's
another point too to that, Bailey. In that Browns-Chargers game, the score is 47-42. These teams have been going up and down the field and scoring at will. This ECU game is 20-16. The offenses have not been going up and down the field. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Was it the Browns game where was it? I think it was late in the game where a running back was supposed to not go out of bounds and went out of bounds 2 times in a row and stop the clock. Was that the Browns?
That was
what game was that?
I was watching that game. No, that was the Eagles-Panthers.
That's what it was. The Eagles-Panthers. That's what it was.
The guy kept running out, and the announcers are like, "You got to get this guy out of the game." That was hilarious.
The other guy came in, and he almost went out. The ground, it was like signaled to himself that he was, in bounds.
Well, you can tell what teams are used to winning and know how to win, and which ones aren't. And the Eagles right now are not used to winning, and it almost showed yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of the Cowboys winning. I can tell you that.
Oh man, come on, hop on the wagon with it.
Man, I ain't going on that wagon.
Yeah, they're playing good football. I'm really almost shocked defensively because I'm the eternal optimist. And I was saying the preseason, I think they're going to be better. I was just hoping they'd be, instead of the 30 whatever ranked defense, they'd be 20-something. But they're getting turnovers. I mean, Trayvon Diggs is playing like Deion Sanders. I mean, it's really uncanny what's happening right now. That they got to stay healthy, and they've, you just got to hope they can keep winning games, win the division, and then once you get in the playoffs, it's one game. And you got to bring it. I want to see Zeke and I want to see Dak and all those boys bring it in the playoffs. I want to see them dominate a team like they did the Giants yesterday in the playoffs. And
Oh, look at Bailey. Regular season's over, huh? You're just ready for the playoffs.
I'm saying if they get that far, don't trick me like that. Don't put words.
I heard an interview with Carson Palmer today, former QB Bailey with the Bengals and Cardinals, and he brought up a good point. I mean, it's kind of an obvious point, but he said it, and I said, oh, yeah, that makes sense. He was talking about how, and he mentioned like Darrelle Revis. There's a lot of good corners that have played, but Revis didn't let the ball hit the ground. He didn't knock balls away a lot. He was picking them off. Diggs, like, if it's in his hands, he's catching it. He's got receiver hands, which makes him elite right now.
Yeah, and he's, and they're talking now. They were joking with Dak after the game about maybe putting him on offense, and he kind of said, you know what? If we need him, he'll come over there and play. He can catch it. He said, I can tell you, he can catch it. And Dak's really good about it. He said, man, our defense is pretty good. I go up against them in practice all the time. They give me headaches every day, which is a good sign as well. So,
how about them freaking Cowboys? How about those Buffalo?
I like your attitude. You're coming around, Clip Rock.
I mean, I just, if nothing else, I am a real sports fan. I'm a real Cowboys hater. I hate them with a passion, but I also try to be honest about what I see, and they are really good right now.
But I have it on record that you actually purchased a Dallas Cowboy hat within the last 365 days.
And I, you know what I did? I gifted it to one of my favorite Cowboy fans because that's the kind of person I am.
You are a great person, a great man.
Bailey, how about those Buffalo Bills? Has there been a passing of the torch for the best team in the AFC after what we saw last night?
It sure looks like it because Patrick Mahomes looked pretty human last night in that game. And Josh Allen and the Bills, Josh Allen, he looks really, really good. And Buffalo, you think how they're playing right now, and teams have to go up to play at Buffalo late in the season.
Oh, yeah. Going to be cold, going to be snowing, going to be wet and gross, and they're going to be running up the score on them. They are very, very impressive right now. Bailey had a great high school show today on the Brian Bailey Show. What games are coming up? I guess Touchdown Friday, but do we have any to look forward to before Friday?
Yeah, we do. We got a couple of games tonight. We got a couple of games tomorrow night. We talked with Todd Life. Todd Life and the Aiken Griffin Chargers are playing 4 games in 15 days, which is unheard of. That's why I wanted to have them on the radio today to talk about that. They didn't play for a month. They went 4 weeks without playing a game. Now they're squeezing them all in 2 weeks. They've got West Craven tomorrow night, the Eastern Plains 2A Conference. You got a game in the Coastal 3A. I think there's 3 games on the schedule tonight. Riverside, Southside and Northside are playing. Riverside plays tomorrow night. Southside and Northside's a big game in their conference, Coastal Plains 1A, 2A. So that'll be good. So we got some high school football tonight, some tomorrow night, and then, of course, we hit Touchdown Friday coming up on Friday.
Good deal, Double B. Thanks for joining us today, and have a fantastic week, sir.
Sounds good.
Hey, what Melissa got plans for you, or are you watching football all day Saturday?
Well, it's funny you asked me that, because last week she said a girlfriend of hers had asked her to go to the beach. And I said, well, that'd be fine. And she's like, well, that's your weekend off. And I'm thinking, well, that's okay. Go to the beach. Fun. Enjoy yourself. So either I'll be watching college football with Bella, I'll be watching it with Melissa and Bella. I hadn't decided yet.
All right. Either way, you're watching football, so that's a good thing.
Exactly. That's right.
All right, Bailey. Enjoyed it, man. Thank you.
All right, that's good.
There is one of my favorite Cowboy fans out there. I have to talk about not going to cuss, my crappy team. Then we're going to talk about your crappy team as well. Sorry.
We're starting to face the reality, Clip Rock.
Yeah, I still think the Panthers are. I don't know about.
No, and there's a lot of season left, and a lot more than usual because there's one more game in the regular season. But there's plenty of season left. But this offense has to learn how to operate without Christian McCaffrey, and we've seen the past 2 weeks that they have not been able to produce like they have with Christian McCaffrey.
So I watched a lot of that game yesterday. I didn't go to tiebreakers or anywhere, and then Washington wasn't on local. I followed Washington, obviously, but had the Panthers game on and Red Zone and laptop and all kinds of stuff. But it looked like to me, and let me look up the box score to see. It looked like to me that Hubbard was being used like he was Christian McCaffrey.
He had 24 carries, 101 yards.
And how many catches?
I'm not sure how many catches he caught out of the backfield.
Like they had their plan. It was use him like he's McCaffrey. Now he's nowhere near as good as McCaffrey, but he had 101 yards, as you said, and he had 5 catches for 33 yards. They gave him 30 touches. So I just don't. Their offense needs to learn what to do in the fourth quarter, the second half.
Yeah, and learn how to win games. And we have had situations early in the season where we have won games in tight situations, especially week 1 against the Jets. Had to squeak one out there, and then had a really great game all around against the Saints. And it's always great to get a win in the division. Then you go on the road on a Thursday night against Houston, who obviously is without Deshaun Watson. They started Davis Mills for his first career start. And then they went and faced the tough Cowboys team on the road last week, and then faced Jalen Hurts and the Eagles yesterday. And what should have been put away several times. This game should have been put away. I mean, it was 15-3. There was back-to-back sacks by Hassan Reddick on 2nd and 3rd down to force the Eagles to punt, and you're up 15-3. I think that was with like 5 minutes left in the third. They're done. They can't do anything offensively. This defense played their butts off yesterday, and the offense just could not find any ways to put this game away. There was even a chance, and this is defensively, but there was a high snap from Kelce, the center, to Jalen Hurts. Now, granted, Jalen Hurts should have caught it, but it went through his hands and it went into the end zone. And there was like, I swear there's like 3 Panthers on 1 Eagle. And somehow that ball squeaks out and it goes out of the back of the end zone. And I'm kind of disappointed. Like, yes, we got a safety, and yes, we're going to get the ball back. But I want a touchdown there. When you have 3 Panthers and 1 Eagle fighting for the ball, somebody should come up for it for Carolina. And it didn't. So we had to settle for 2 points, and we got the ball back, but didn't do anything with it. And so just plenty of missed. And this was a famous phrase by an old coach by the Panthers, Ron Rivera, missed opportunities, and there was a lot of missed opportunities yesterday.
Ron Rivera, you say? Head coach of the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw somebody say yesterday, we really miss Ron Rivera. Would you like him back?
No.
I'm about ready to get rid of his ass. Some Panthers fan on Twitter.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yep.
It was just a tough loss. And it was a lot like East Carolina's loss. I watched 2 of my favorite teams in the whole wide world lose.
Blow fourth quarter leads.
And yes, in a game that they should have won. And it stung. Both of those stung because the Panthers had a chance, and I mentioned this to you off the air on Saturday. That game Saturday for East Carolina really hurt, and it hurt like no other loss has in quite some time because East Carolina was in a position that they haven't been able to be in for a long time. 3-2, 1-0 in the conference, had a chance to go 4-2 overall, 2-0 in the conference, going into a bye week. Panthers had a chance to go 4-1, sitting pretty, going and facing the Vikings next week at home. So, just a lot of what ifs for both of those teams, and it stinks that both of them lost.
All right, well, this isn't even our NFL recap segment yet, so we're gonna have to talk about it all again next hour.
That's fine. Like once I got rolling,
I know.
Once I got rolling, yeah,
I wanted to jump in and be like, well, not yet.
I know. I'm sorry.
You got it rolling though. All right, we'll take a time out as we head to the break. The Braves go down in the 7th. It is, as we head to the bottom of the 8th, top of the 8th rather. Atlanta 3, Milwaukee 0. Can the Braves bullpen close this one out and give Atlanta a 2-1 series lead? We shall see. All right, we'll take a time out. Come back when we return. We're going to recap one of the calls from the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. This one got a lot of traction. Some people, and I try to find the humor in everything. Some people thought it was funny. Some people thought I was a jerk.
This is supposed to be funny?
It's supposed to be funny. So, I don't, you can be your own judge. We're going to play Larry in Texas call in its entirety because I didn't want to edit it. So, it makes it sound one way or the other. I just want to play the whole call We'll recap it afterwards, and you can give your thoughts on it. You can give us a call, 317-1250. Chime in on Twitter or Facebook Live. Is there a giant conspiracy going on? Are Pirate Radio, Morgan Ahlers, and others pulling the strings? We'll find out from Larry in Texas when we return. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Give them a call today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Braves leading the Brewers 3-0 in the top of the 8th. Runner on first. One out. Luke Jackson pitching for Atlanta. A quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, chiming in, and being a part of the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show on Saturday night. Took a ton of calls. I feel like, Shirley, that the calls are at an all-time high right now, which tells me people are interested, invested in ECU football after years of apathy. There is at least some anger, sadness, and hope after these games, and we're hearing from a ton of fans after the games on Saturdays.
Yeah, and I've been doing a little math, and we're averaging about 30 phone calls per show. Some a little bit over the 30 mark, but we haven't gone below 30 so far. So,
and every show we've done, the lines have been locked for the entire show, and then they kind of drop off after the 2.5 hour, 3 hour mark. So we appreciate you being interested and sharing your thoughts. We enjoy them, and you can say whatever you'd like to say. It's an open forum, as long as you don't cuss and don't personally attack people and all that.
And don't have too many beverages and just get up here and ramble.
Yeah, we do need to institute a shot clock on a few folks, but for the most part, we let you go until you're done, including Larry in Texas. And this is an example of a shot clock being needed, because this was like 8 minutes.
Yep.
That's too long for a call.
Yep.
If we're going 35 callers, 8 minutes.
Yep.
Way too long. But Larry had some interesting thoughts. He's not the first person to say that Holton Ahlers is the starting quarterback because of Morgan Ahlers' position with East Carolina and Mike Houston's pressure, as we got a 6-3 double play to get the Braves out of the 8th into the bottom of the 8th with the 3-0 score with runners on the corners. That was huge. Not the first person to say that Mike Houston is playing Holton Ahlers just because his dad's the PA announcer. But Larry had some additional thoughts with that. A lot of local politics and that sort of thing. So we'll just play the call from start to finish. This is Larry in Texas the other night on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. All right, Larry is up in Texas. Hey, Larry.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good, man.
All right, well, here's the deal. So Bobby talks about the bounce house not being that big and bouncy, but I'll tell you what, they got 48,000 capacity, we got 50,000 capacity, and their 35,000 capacity they had tonight is a lot bigger than the 35,000 capacity that we talk about when we've had people in our stadium. So they got it done when they needed to get done, and it was very difficult for them to lose 3 in a row, and they did not, and it was very difficult for us to win 4 in a row. But I'm going to tell you something right now. We got to make tough decisions when it comes down to who we are playing when it comes to college football. And I mean, no disrespect. I love East Carolina University through and through. I'm a Pirate to the day I die. But when you get guys on the radio that are homers to this university, whose kids play at the university, there's got to be a bias. And y'all know it. We got beat by a freshman quarterback who he weighs less, shorter, and he got it done. And we got a 4-star athlete. Can any of y'all name me a 4-star athlete that we have on this team that we've recruited other than Mason Garcia?
Well, what point are you trying to make, that we're the ones playing Holton Ahlers every week? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that we've got to look to the future in the transfer portal.
What's that got to do with us, though? We don't make the calls on that.
No, we don't. But, I mean, if you get people calling in and complaining and just, venting, that's what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Don't get upset. Don't get upset when we got,
I'm trying to understand your point. I don't have anything to do with Holton Ahlers starting, and I don't.
You don't, but there's the politics of local Greenville, and you get folks that come in that air on the show whose kids play for the team, and I love Holton, but I mean at some point in time we just got to figure out what's the future. Shane Carden came in when we were downtrodden in 2011, third game of the year against South Carolina. Played terrible and ended up being Shane Carden, who is a legend at ECU. And if we squander potential because of hometown politics and local love you-ism, it's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us. And the transfer portal is serious.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I think the best players should play. We had said earlier in the year we thought we should see Mason Garcia more than we have. But I still don't believe that Mike Houston has his family to think about, his future to think about. I don't think he cares who the PA announcer for ECU is. I can't believe that.
I agree and disagree. And I mean,
well, that's interesting
because that the same thing is, when you're the head coach at ECU and you make decisions. I mean, we ran out Ruffin McNeil because of vocal people. Am I wrong?
Well, people with money, yeah. I think you think Morgan...
But that's at every college football team in the country.
You think Morgan Ahlers has more clout and more money than he actually does.
Or more, yeah.
And you guys' defense is a pure example of that. But my point is we ran out a good head coach because we thought our money was bigger than our pocket was. Our mouth was bigger than our pocket was. And the point is we have never had a 4-star recruit like we have in Mason Garcia. And if we don't look to the future, we risk losing the future of ECU. I love Holton. I think he's a great quarterback. But when you make decisions like when you have a wide open pylon and you could run 10 yards and you lose pounds to get faster and you don't run and you throw the ball that could have been the difference in a game, I mean, that's tough. That's tough to swallow. And then when you look at like little decisions that are just, my God, like how do you do this? How do you do this? And he's not a bad quarterback, but my point is we have to look to the future. We have to think about the future. We don't have to look at Greenville anymore. We have to look to who is going to take us, and we have a 4-star recruit. We've never had a 4-star recruit, and we got one, and we're going to risk losing it if we don't start getting smart.
All right.
Well, you know what? Let me just say something about the 4-star recruit thing. 4 stars means nothing. Mason Garcia has not done anything yet at East Carolina, and until he does something on the field, those 4 stars mean nothing. So just throwing it out there to put a guy on the field just because he's got 4 stars.
We haven't seen him
we haven't seen those 4 stars yet.
And Clip, I totally agree. That's the thing. We 4 stars don't mean nothing.
That was Billy.
We make our money. We make our money out of doing more with less, right? We've always have.
Yeah.
Chip on our shoulder. That's what we do. But when you get a 4-star one time, and you don't give a chance or you hinder that opportunity,
I hear you.
You're going to be left with what could have been.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. I mean, that's a coach thing. I mean, to point the finger at like a pirate radio host is kind of weird.
Hey, but Mason Garcia's dad don't get to come on pirate radio.
He could if he wanted to. Hey, look,
I hear you, man. I hear you. Okay.
I'm just saying. There's no shade. I'm just being honest. I love Pirates through and through. I love Holton. Morgan is a great dang announcer.
I understand you're frustrated with the play. We've talked about the Palaca plays tonight. We get it, man. I understand. I got you.
But when do we move on, and when do we go?
When the coaches decide it, Larry? I can't make that decision. Neither can you. What do you not understand about that?
There's local politics, bud.
God, what do we do? Go out and vote?
You know what? I do too. You do it. I know it.
You know what?
You can't put You can't put somebody on air and you can't say that we don't support you 100% and your son 100% if you don't want to play the other guy. You can't do it. And Mike Houston is handcuffed.
No, Mike Houston's not.
Mike Houston don't give a damn about Pirate Radio. He's not.
He doesn't care about.
But if Mike Houston was to play Mason Garcia next week, he said Mason Garcia is my starting quarterback next week. What would local Greenville radio? What would Pirate Radio? What would local folks do? They would lose their mind.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, you don't.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. If Mike Houston was to make the decision right now after tonight's game and said, you know what, next game, Mason Garcia is going to be our starting quarterback, then we would see what would happen. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I don't see where the uproar would be. You know,
I mean, we get a lot of calls and comments, Larry, every game about benching Holton Ahlers.
We have people saying
you're not the only person that wants to see different quarterback play.
But I'm just saying, would y'all have Morgan on every week if it wasn't?
Morgan hosts the high school huddle, and he joins me to talk football. And Morgan would do his high school show. If he would like to come on as a guest on my show, he can. If he chose not to, he doesn't.
A&M.
Huh?
That was a great touch-in by A&M and the quarterback search.
Well, we got to go, Larry. We got more calls, but...
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying. You said it.
Go Pirates.
All right.
We got to look to the future.
All right.
Y'all take care.
All right. There is Larry in Texas with a mouthful there. Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. I don't know why I put myself through that again, but I wanted to play it in its entirety so we didn't edit anything. Just wanted everybody to hear the call.
I've heard
Troy
of
D's here, by the way.
Good to see a clip. I've heard of Larry the Cable Guy. This is Larry the Conspiracy Guy.
He had his take and he stuck to it.
Yeah. Although in Larry's defense, I thought I was going to be late to the program. I did just get off a conference call, luckily with Coach Houston. As a courtesy, I did let Morgan call into it. We did set the starting two deep for this week and next week because it's an open date. So the starting lineup is set for next Saturday.
So Holton Ahlers still starting?
I have announced Holton Ahlers as the starting lineup, and everybody was in agreement that not only will he be the starter this week, but also next week.
There you go, Larry.
So maybe he's on to something.
Our decision has been made.
Yeah. I don't like that publicized, but since he's put it out there, we might as well go ahead and admit it.
We're pulling the strings. We're calling the shots here at Pirate Radio.
I got to give you credit, though, Clip. I've always asked you as the quarterback of the fifth quarter not to cut people off, let them say their point, be lenient. You know, even if you disagree, let them get out what they want to say. You were more than lenient on an 8 minute
that can't happen again.
I just want to say you did a very good job on that.
And I gave him several outs before I kind of lost it there.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it, man. We get it. We're good. Thank you for calling. And he had to keep going. And
yeah, I mean, a lot of his stuff was kind of, but it's also a guy from Texas that maybe, thinks he knows more than he does. Look, I agree with you. Mike Houston doesn't care who Holton Ahlers' dad is. Mike Houston only cares about who is going to be in the best position to have him win at every position. That's all that matters. There are no politics at play other than the politics of winning. And if there's a player that can help Mike Houston win, then they play. That's all. Let me tell you something about Mike Houston. He's here. That's what he wants to do, is win. He doesn't care about who the person's parents are or what connections they do or don't have. It's about winning. And if Mike Houston feels that Holton Ahlers is the best quarterback to win right now, that's why Holton is starting, because of himself, not because of any family member or ties to Pirate Radio.
We got a call on. You can call us 317-1250 if you'd like to chime in. Tom in Greenville, we didn't hear from him on the fifth quarter, but we do today on Monday on Pirate Radio Live. Hey, Tom.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
That was an interesting call. Yeah, I think people are very frustrated, as you are. That game hurt. And Holton seems to have, he's either on or he's off. There's no middle ground with him. And I put video up a lot. I've watched enough of his video. It's almost like now teams have figured him out. Well, if we're going to flush him, let's flush him to the right, because he's really not a good passer and moving to his right because he's left-handed. And, you look at 3 plays. One he had nothing to do with. It was a fumble down inside the 10-yard line. That could change the game. The next one that we're talking about, the video's up. You can look at. Holton would, in my mind, normally run that ball. And whether he gets a first down or a touchdown, he gives the coach another avenue, if it's short, maybe to go for it on fourth. And then you look at Adi, and, Holton has a propensity to throw off his back foot. Holton's a wonderful player, but he's not making any progress. And when you look at, I hate to say this, you look at Mason, when you put Mason in, is all you're going to do is run Mason up the middle, or maybe do a little, around the left-hand side. It's not fair to Mason. If you're going to run him up the middle, you might as well leave Holton on there and run him up the middle. We don't know what Mason can actually do. And, in my mind is what would Riley do? What would Lincoln Riley do? I don't think he'd be sitting on Holton, to tell you the truth. I hate to say that, but I don't.
Well, Tom, I want to disagree with you. I think if Lincoln Riley was your offensive coordinator right here, you'd see a very different offense and a wide open offense. And I think you'd see a very different Holton Ahlers. That is not a fair comparison, because I think Holton Ahlers under Lincoln Riley would be a superstar, quite honestly.
I don't think he's got. I don't think he could run that offense now. We're going to have to.
I disagree. I don't think he's been given a chance. I think this is a very different offense that's being run right now.
But what I don't understand is, okay, if you can use excuses, but I think we have the second coming of Skip Holtz here in this coach. He loves to run the ball, and that's fine. But you also have to have a passing game. And some of the passes he threw, I don't have any idea who he was throwing them to. And maybe you can help me out with that. We're throwing, you look at, our receivers, I don't know, who we missing from last year. We're missing one receiver. Was he that important to the makeup of the receiver corps? CJ he's so far down the list right now, and I would hope he would come back, but I don't think so. He's just getting farther and farther buried. So why are you trying to throw the ball to him?
The passing game is dysfunctional week in, week out. I think you said it best when you just said inconsistent. I mean, that game was there for the taking the other night. I know exactly those 3 plays you're talking about, but as far as CJ, that has been a mystery this year. He's coming here on Mondays and talk to us, has a great attitude. Sounds like he wants to win, loves what his teammates are doing, but he himself has not put up the production. And I don't know, Blake Prohl had some bigger numbers than I thought when you go back and look at it, but there's no way just him leaving should have such an impact on this offense and on this passing game.
And I'll have one thing else, and I'll shut up. Blake Prohl knew how to get open. He knew where to sit down in the zones. He knew how to get some spacing. And we don't have somebody right now that, and maybe Adi's going to come on. Adi was playing good. I mean, when you look at Adi, he's really picked his game up, and I really thought that he was going to be a miss, but he's really played well.
All right, Tom. Thanks for checking in, man.
And Tom, I do agree with you. I think that that Mike Houston and Skip Holtz have a lot in common as far as their offensive philosophies of ball control and run first. And I do think you're right about that. I don't want to say he's the second coming of Skip Holtz as you did, but I think that his philosophy is very similar in that.
Well, I wish nothing but the best for Holt, and I hope that he can pick it up. And I think that Mike Houston's controlling this offense, and there's no way that Donnie is going to do what he's doing. He's too good of an offensive coordinator to be sitting on what's going on here.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Tom wants to see it opened up.
Yeah.
As a lot of folks
I tend to agree with Tom there too. I think Donnie is doing what the head coach wants him to do.
Well, I was going to say,
and look, if they stop them Saturday, even with all the mistakes that happened and missed opportunities, one defensive play when it was 4th and 8, I believe.
Yep.
If you stop them at 4th and 8, we're having a very different conversation.
We are. You still score 16 points.
You're right.
But
It wasn't as an impressive win. It could have been. I mean, East Carolina did dominate. I thought that game had plenty of opportunities to win that game. Number of different plays are changed. ECU wins that game. But once again, the Pirates shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're still, big picture, 3-3, halfway through the season. Still a lot to play for. But this team should be 5-1 and very well is capable of being 5-1.
I think that's why folks are so frustrated.
Yeah, but listen, I still see the progress. I think sometimes you can't see the forest. What do they say? You can't see the forest because of the trees. Take a step back and look at the progress that this program is making, and I think it is good. Look, these are games. As I said after the South Carolina game a few years ago, that's an SEC team that stomps all over East Carolina. Same thing with UCF. I'm just saying that we are making progress. Maybe it's not as fast as some people want, and would we'd love to be 5-1 right now? Absolutely, but there's still a lot to play for this season, and everything is not lost. Just
I don't think nobody's saying
that.
I think
some people have that attitude.
Just want to see better play week in, week out, because now we're getting there where we feel like we should win these games and not just be in them. So,
which is great. I told you Friday I would settle. I remember saying this, Clip. I just hope we don't get killed by UCF. I'd love to win, but if not, I hope we're just competitive the whole game. We were, and I said it, I hate to say a moral victory.
Oh, no.
I hate to say it, but it was a moral victory that we are back being competitive in every game. Now we need to win more than just being competitive.
I feel like Troy D would have trashed somebody calling in saying that years ago. That's kind of gross, Troy.
From where this program was,
yeah, I know.
We've come light years, is what I'm saying.
I know.
We still got plenty of room to improve.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to keep a big picture aspect to this thing.
Troy, big picture D, hanging out here today. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hit our NFL recap. Troy, we'll talk to Holton Ahlers coming up at 5:00. We'll recap your trip to the bounce house.
Yeah,
do all that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that place.
All right, save it for
pros and cons.
Save it for the show.
Will do.
All right, more to go on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We'll also have a winner giveaway for you coming up in hour number 3 as well. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Why do I run? Is it because I'm driven? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer. If you're the kind of runner who does it for the beer, this summer you can get one on us with the Michelob Ultra Beer Run. Grab your run buddies and get out there, because this summer there's beer at the finish line. Sign up at ultrabeerrun.com and trade your miles for beer.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, and we are excited to announce that we will be opening our second location in Winterville soon. Right now, our growing company is hiring team members for all positions for both locations. We need managers, bartenders, servers, cooks, and dishwashers. If you're looking for an opportunity to be on a fun and exciting restaurant team, then come see us today. Apply in person at Tiebreakers at Bells Fork. Check us out at tiebreakersnc.com.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC members, GUC matches all the donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, Braves 2 outs away from getting the Game 3 victory. Right now they lead 3-0 over the Brewers. It is the top of the 9th. One man out, Will Smith on the close. That is always a journey, always some drama with Will Smith trying to close the game out. But right now they lead it 3-0, 1 out in the 9th. That is a quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Troy D still here? You a part of this segment, Troy?
Yeah, I'll hang out.
We're talking some NFL.
Yeah, let's do it.
A good time for you to talk some NFL.
He's the only victorious member here.
That's true.
I don't think I picked it on Friday, but I did on Sunday. I took the Bears plus the points, and I
was a little stunned, quite honestly.
They looked really good defensively, and did enough offensively. We'll talk about that one in a moment. And I talked about this during the week, and Sunday I was up, late 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock, doing stuff. Totally forgot there was a game going on in London. Did any of you guys?
It was a terrible game, wasn't it?
Followed the London game.
No, it was like awful.
Falcons beat the Jets 27-20, and I had no idea it had happened until I was watching like the Fox pregame show, and they were recapping it.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Holy crap!"
In a related note, people in London didn't know the game was going on.
Yeah, really. I saw a comment from Zach Wilson, where he was talking about people were saying, go back to where you came from and stuff like that. Do England people say that to the American players when they're over there?
Where you came from.
Go henceforth to where you're from.
And it's not like we give them
your homeland.
Our best product either.
Well, why do we still do this crap?
Teams,
I know, man.
I hate it. I saw
it's
a
very
tweet
forced.
that said, where would you like to, what's your dream stadium to see an NFL game? Like Bristol, da-da-da. I'm like, how about the freaking 30 stadiums we've built for these teams and just play them there?
Yeah.
Because you only get 8 home games a year, now 9 if you're lucky.
And now they're talking about taking the NFL to Europe.
Well, they did that yesterday.
Were you part of this segment, Chan?
No, Is it Russia? There's a different part of the world that they want to take the NFL.
Okay. I thought it was Germany, maybe.
Germany. There we go.
Yeah. I don't think they're taking them to Russia.
Was it North Korea? Braves win, by the way, 3-0.
Braves win.
Braves win. Braves win.
That's classic.
He's trying to move on quickly.
Yeah, I know. Very quickly.
Bengals are feisty, but not good enough to beat the Packers. Packers and Bears coming up next week, Troy D, and you'll be there.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Packers are 4-1, and we'll get at the Bears momentarily, but all of a sudden a big game in the NFC North. Aaron Rodgers, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did you see the missed kicks in this game?
I heard about them and saw some of the highlights. It was they missed 3 or 4
3 field goals, made 3 field goals.
Mason Crosby, who's been there forever, their kicker, went 4 of 7 yesterday. Finally hit one at the end of overtime. Evan McPherson, whoever that is the kicker for Cincinnati. He was 0 for 2 as each team kept trading opportunities to win the game and kept missing them. But the Packers come out of there with a win, 25-22, and they clearly are the class of the NFC North. You know, the Bears and Vikings kind of vying for second right now.
Yeah. Although, look, if I thought I saw something. If the playoffs were happen today, I think they would.
I love that.
They would have made the cut. You know, the Bears are a playoff team, but there's a lot of season to go. This game Sunday, Bears-Packers at Soldier Field, huge implications.
I always talk about it. You always want to be on that in the hunt graphic, like in Week 10,
because it matters. Then you have something to watch.
The Bears would be in the playoffs now.
Yeah. So, and everything kind of aligned. You know, I have tickets, and I was getting ready to sell these Packer tickets because they're probably the most valuable ones on the season. But then I was like, wait a second, let me check and see who we. This was like a couple weeks ago. Who ECU's playing again? I can't remember that weekend. The reason I couldn't remember is because it was an open date. I was like, oh, hold on a second, it's an open date. It's Bears Packers. I looked at the weather. It's going to be 63 degrees and sunny in Chicago in the fall. I was like, man, we should go up there, go visit my sister, make a family trip out of it. It's like kind of the stars aligned.
All right. So, and Troy D will be at Soldier Field.
Yeah. I'm going to take in a Northwestern game the day before. My first Big Ten on-location game.
Who are they playing?
The exciting team called Rutgers.
Rutgers and Northwestern.
Yeah.
Greg Schiano.
What a showdown.
I was going to buy, I looked at, so I was buying tickets for us, and I went to the Northwestern's website. They had a few tickets available, some decent side-on ones. They were like $50 each. And Ellerbe's like, man, go check StubHub before you go buy that. And I called in some folks. I was going to try and get some freebies first. You know, people pulling my Northwestern connections.
Did you try Confer?
I did not call Confer. He does not have a Northwestern. He has a Northern Illinois connection.
Yeah.
But we haven't talked in a few years. So
what happened?
Why?
I didn't want to call and then just ask him for something. I didn't feel that's just not right.
He's got plenty of money.
So I do have a friend in the business that has a connection to a Rutgers coach. But then when I looked on StubHub, now you already know the answer, so I'll ask you, Chandler. Guess I got really good seats, like the 11th row, nice section. Guess how much? It's your time to answer.
Europe.
Russia. Then guess a number.
90.
$90? No.
Did you understand the question?
No.
How much? How much are tickets for the Northwestern game he's going to?
Oh, I see. I thought you're. All right, never mind.
Are you okay? Do we need a mental health day for you?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine. How much is a ticket for a Northwestern?
All right. Listen, I checked Northwestern's website. And
don't reset the whole thing. Just name a
help
number.
you.
Oh my God!
It was $50 a ticket, and then I said, Ellerbe said, go to StubHub before you buy those and take a look. And I did. How much do you think they are on StubHub? Is the question.
$15.
I got great seats for $6 each.
Wow.
The juice wasn't worth the squeeze of that story. I'd rather talk to Larry again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chan.
Larry, if you're listening, call in. We need to talk more. All right, back to Troy will be hitting the doublehander,
exciting
coming up.
Exciting Northwestern Rutgers game, but Bears Packers should be fun.
All right, the Vikings. Kirk Cousins stinks, but they get the win over the Lions, 19-17. Did you see Dan Campbell, Mr. Kneecap Biter? He was
the coach.
He was crying after the game, and I feel for the dude. You know, he's a former player. He's working his guys' tails off. They're in every single game with a chance to win, but they're the Lions. They're 0-5. Their season's over, and he's got to try to rally the troops. But he was very emotional after that last-second loss to the Vikings yesterday.
Lions, Jacksonville would be a good matchup right now.
Send them to London.
That would be, yeah.
There is a London game this week. I'll have it for you in a moment. Steelers do the Undertaker gif and rise from the grave and knock off the Broncos 27-19. Bad day for Teddy Bridgewater. Did have 2 touchdowns. Had a lot of passing yards, but just 19 points for the Broncos in their loss to the Steelers. Shirley's Dolphins are terrible. Did not see this coming. The Bucks all over Miami, 45-17. Tom Brady.
Did you not see that coming?
Because I like their coach Flores. I thought they would be competitive week in, week out, like they were early in the season. But now they're awful offensively. Tua might be coming back, it looks like, but they're just bad. And
I could have told you that. We've been bad every year.
Well, I guess so. Big day for Antonio Brown, 7 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tom Brady, 411 yards
Career day.
and 5 touchdowns. I mean, he shouldn't be having a career day at this age. It's incredible.
That's the craziest thing. Having a career day at 44, 22nd year in the league.
Career day for Jameis Winston, but that's no surprise. He was taking on the worst defense in the NFL, the Washington football team. 4 touchdowns for Jameis, including a Hail Mary, which was worse than the ECU Brashad Perryman Hail Mary. Because Washington's guys, they did like some old music video where people are jumping with their arms down. Nobody put their arms up, their hands up. It was just an easy pitch and catch for a Hail Mary touchdown, and it didn't get any better after that in the second half. 33-22. Jack Del Rio still is employed, so good for him and his family. Chandler, you already talked about this.
I don't want to talk about it again.
Eagles outscored the Panthers 15-3 in the second half. The Darnold haters are out and about because Sam Darnold throws for 177 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions for Darnold.
I mean, he saw ghosts yesterday, but the thing is that Sam Darnold, we saw something that we saw in New York, and that's his ability to make bad decisions. A lot of quarterbacks are like that, but he made some terrible decisions yesterday, throwing into double coverage, throwing to guys that he shouldn't throw to, just making unnecessary throws, and hopefully that doesn't continue for the Panthers. Hopefully he can get back on track. But now he was under pressure all day long yesterday. It was terrible. The offensive line was kind of, I guess, realigned. We put Moton, who's usually at the right tackle position. We put him at the left tackle position, and then we put rookie Brady Christensen at the right tackle position. But that interior offensive line for the Panthers has been terrible all season long, and it's just that's the biggest question and biggest concern for this football team is that offensive line, and it's been the biggest concern for this franchise for years. But
that's one you're going to look back on later in the year and say, we should have won that.
Absolutely.
Sorry about your Panthers, homie.
Oh man, yeah. Look, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to hear what Tony has to say on Friday because I think he's one of these Sam haters.
He's a Sam hater.
I watched the podcast last night after the game. I really wanted to see what those guys had to say.
Would that be a satyr?
Some hater.
Was that supposed to be funny?
No, it wasn't. I hope.
Thank you, Muller.
But I want to hear his because, like yesterday, he was very, very hating on.
He's
Sam
never
Darnold.
really been on board from the start, and if you have that position now after a 3 interception game, you're going to be super negative about it.
Absolutely, and but now his co-host Cody Lashney kind of had the other side to it, which was the offensive lineman's fault, and that I'm kind of more on that side. I mean, give the guy time to throw. I know we had a guy. The argument from Tony was we had a guy with a bad offensive line that was able to move and get out of the pocket and make plays.
Just
and that
more
was,
Cam stuff.
And that was Cam Newton.
Oh my God!
And I don't know.
There's local politics, bud.
Yeah, thank you, Larry.
Just give the guy time to throw and make plays, and that's.
Did you see Cam Newton with shirtless Bruce Pearl at the Auburn game?
I missed it.
Bruce Pearl never wears a shirt, so I guess he had the whole basketball team in the student section, and they all had.
Did he have body paint on?
They all had their shirts off. No. I don't think he had any body paint on.
Okay, yeah, I have seen that before.
And then Cam goes up to him, and Chandler, you were describing it during the
he was
pregame.
Totally fanboy.
Bruce Pearl looked like he had seen like a Hollywood celebrity or something and went nuts.
Well, see, Cam kind of jumps in there, and he's sitting there screaming Bruce Pearl is, and all of a sudden he looks, and then he recognizes who it is. And if you haven't seen Cam in a while, you might not recognize him at all with his hair and stuff. But he looks and recognizes it's Cam Newton, and then he just goes even crazier. He's like going crazy. He's like hugging him. He's like, oh my God, basically like fanboying.
We need a shirtless Joe Dooley at our next football game.
Wow, that would be awesome, actually. Yeah. I saw Chris Johnson.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
I talked to Chris Johnson down in Orlando.
All right.
I just played it cool, though.
Oh, you did?
I didn't even get a picture with him.
Wow.
I gave him the the what do you call the kind of the half bro hug in?
The dap.
I gave the dapped him up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then say, hey, man, good to see you again. Troy,
What is wrong with you? You're like level-headed.
Appreciate your support.
You don't get selfies with people. Are you okay?
I'm just, this is the new Troy D.
Man, that's weird.
But it was good to see him come out to the game, support the Pirates. He does live in Orlando, so it wasn't that tough.
He's down there.
They gave him a VIP pass, sideline pass.
I saw he had he got a picture with Keaton Mitchell after the game.
That was cool. And which is funny because I 2 weeks ago I said Keaton Mitchell is our new Chris Johnson out there.
Are you acting like you're the only person?
No, I'm probably not the only person, but I just put it out there when he had one of his huge runs. I was like, God, this guy reminds me of Chris Johnson. And of course, now they're together.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
The Jaguars have lost 20 in a row. Who is? Oh yeah, new Troy D likes moral victories. That's Mike.
Old Troy D would have hated a moral victory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm evolving and changing with the times.
Hey, you.
2021.
Yeah, I identify with moral victories now.
You keep up or you fade away.
Yeah.
You're keeping up with the times.
Exactly.
Who is the last NFL team to lose 20 in a row?
20.
Detroit.
No, it's like 70s maybe, and on into the early 80s. I want to say. Troy, if you can think about
the Browns,
a younger Troy D when a new team came around back then and stunk.
Oh, the Jaguars?
No, they were in
This
95.
is the Jaguars we're talking about now. The Creamsicle Bucks. When they were terrible back in the
Tampa
day.
Bay, yeah.
That is the last team to lose 20 games in a row in the NFL.
Yeah.
Urban
Although I
Meyer.
love those uniforms.
The Creamsicles?
Yeah.
Now when they break them out, they're cool.
They are really cool.
They're associated with like losing, but now the Bucks are.
It's been so far away.
Yeah.
People have forgotten about that. The newer fans, anyway. And they're cool throwbacks.
I really wanted to be able to use a backdoor cover joke for Urban and the Jags yesterday, but they lost by 18, so I couldn't get it in. Well, there's a joke in itself.
They played it close there for a little bit.
Didn't even mean for that one.
There for a little bit, it was a close game.
themselves.
Yeah, they were in it for a minute.
Yeah, they were grinding early on.
They were grinding.
In it for a minute.
Yeah.
How is everything a joke?
See, don't try and write them. They just let them develop organically.
Yeah.
Let it
This
grow.
is total improv.
Accidental improv.
Yeah.
New comedy structure.
Wow.
Titans 37-19 over the Jags.
So 0-5 now.
0-5
for the Jags.
You know Owen?
They missed their opportunity to fire Urban.
I think they still got plenty of
Well,
opportunities.
I wonder if they could still go back to it and once they get to 0-8 and go, we're going to fire him with cause because of this moral clause in the contract.
I wonder if they're saving
Even
that
though
one
it's like
on
a
the
month
desk.
later.
Yeah.
And apparently Urban's making a lot of comments in his press conferences, basically saying that I have no control over this team.
Well, no, he said something about.
He's saying
he said I don't micromanage the personnel,
and he's the head coach.
I love this guy. He's great.
Yeah, if he has no control, hold on. If he has no control over the team, who does? He's the coach.
That's that's the point. Jaguars coach Urban Meyer says he likes the team offensive identity. He wants to be 250-250, meaning he wants to have 250 rushing yards and 250 passing yards. And Bill Barnwell said, the Jaguars 0-5. Meyer's solution is to simply do something that NFL teams have done 33 times in 52 years. Have 250 rushing, 250 passing. So that's the simple solution. Let's do something that never happens.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Solution ought to be we want to score more points than the other team.
That would be a good place to start.
Get him out of there. Get him out.
Poor David Culley. The Texans had a lead a lot of that game against the Patriots yesterday.
Yeah.
Davis Mills, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns against Bill Belichick.
Wow.
But they still lose to the Patriots 25-22. Troy D's Bears 20-9 over the Raiders
on the road.
Now the Raiders dealing with some off the field stuff with John Gruden's comments that came out.
Yeah, but
last
that
week.
was like 20 years ago. This cancel culture stuff. It's like anything they can find on somebody from decades ago. They can.
Yeah, but he was. I mean, do you want to get into it?
No, because I haven't seen it in its entirety. I've just read the headlines.
I mean, he was he wasn't a kid when he said it.
Yeah,
he was a grown man.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure working for ESPN at the time.
Yeah, he was working with Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Don't know if that had anything to do with the game, but the Bears beat the Raiders in the Khalil Mack Bowl 20-9. Let's look at Fields' numbers.
And showed a lot of toughness. Fields did because he
111 yards, a touchdown. He had 4 rushing yards. Okay, the defense won this game for the Raiders. So
for the Bears, you mean?
The Bears. Sorry, and the offense lost.
So all right. So is there? What's the? Because all I've seen was the headlines that they found something he said. From I don't know.
You're talking about the
15 years ago
NFLPA head DeMaurice Smith, and he said that. And then let me get the quote, but he said he had Michelin lips. Now, people have spoke up for Gruden and said that he's used the term rubber lips in the past, meaning they kind of, you talk about...
Talk too much,
right. And you say things on both sides of your mouth.
Right.
Now, it all comes down to, like, is he making a racial joke about a black man with big lips? Or is he saying... he's
all right. So, what has he said about it? Like, has he addressed it or no?
John Gruden?
Yeah,
I don't know what his official statement has been.
Not going there, man.
But it's they're. I don't know. I don't know the context of it as well. But it's not a.
My point was it wasn't something he said this week. It was a long time ago, which
10 years ago.
They also called him Dumb Boris Smith, which is that's stupid too. I would fire him just for not being funny. Dumb. His name is DeMaurice Smith, and he called him Dumb Boris Smith.
Dumb Boris
has lips the size of Michelin tires. So yeah, that is not a good line to say.
Yeah,
I would say
you're correct.
Yep. All right, tough one there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but does he survive it?
I don't know.
In this day and age,
if they lose a couple more, no. And how do the players feel about it? I mean, that's not really something you would say. If you're saying it amongst friends and there's black people present and they're cool with it, okay. But like in an email with another white dude, if you say, this guy has lips the size of Michelin tires, that's not really a cool thing to say. I don't know. All right. Moving forward. Chargers-Browns, game of the day. This was that game we were talking about earlier with Bailey, where the Browns, should the Pirates have done this, Troy? Austin Eckler's got the ball. Chargers are trying to run out the clock so they can kick a field goal. The Browns take Eckler and bring him into the end zone so they can get the ball back to try to score. Like, should the Pirates have let UCF score to the end of the game? Did they play it right?
There was some buzz about that.
It's a tough
stadium,
call.
actually. Like, do you go ahead and let them score? It's kind of like almost Xbox style. I remember back in my younger days when you'd there was a minute left. I'm going to go ahead and let them score so you can have the ball last.
Let's run prevent defense here so they can run in the end zone. Yeah, get the ball again.
It really depends how confident you are on your defense or not on your defense, whether you think you can hold them at the goal line or not,
and how confident you are in your offense they can get the ball and score.
That is true too.
And in a 16-13 game, you're treating it different than a 47-42 game.
Yeah,
because those teams have been going up and down the field all game. ECU's offense had stymied there.
Man, I was really hoping we would be close enough to throw a Hail Mary as the last play and be able to pay them back with a Hail Mary catch at the end of the play. God, that would have been amazing.
I'm going to ask Holton. Like they were at their own 40. So you'd have to launch at 60 yards. At what point does the play call become Hail Mary? If they'd add 10 more yards, we're at the 50.
Yeah.
How close do they have to be for a Hail Mary in that situation? Yeah. Well, ask him that coming up at 5.
And I just heard from Chris Johnson. I was talking about Chris Johnson earlier. CJ Johnson, and he'll join us around 5:30ish too.
You call CJ Chris Johnson all the time.
Yes. Let's take another break. We'll come back. A few more games to wrap up. We'll talk about tonight's game and wrap up Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Holton Ahlers and CJ Johnson coming up Hour 3. We're back with you after this.
On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching The Grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
You can't imitate every animal in under 2 minutes. Or karate chop 100 boards. Or ride a horse coast to coast. Next stop, Rhode Island. But with Domino's new Carside Delivery 2-minute guarantee, you can have a pizza headed to your car in under 2 minutes. Just order Domino's Carside Delivery and check in when you arrive. If we take longer than 2 minutes after your order is ready, your next pizza is free. Woo! Forget Rhode Island. I'm going to Domino's. Offer available to online carryout customers who select Domino's Carside Delivery. For full details and restrictions, visit Domino's2minuteguarantee.com.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the DAP House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphouse.com.
Blue 42! Blue 42!
Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout, not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Brian Coleman or CJ Messerly at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby! I've really missed this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defensive coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and also show you a stress-free real estate experience that'll be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live, wrapping up hour number 2. Read this Saturday night, read it earlier on the show, Troy, but I thought it was a comical line from Chris McCarney, who said, typical, this is what he said this Saturday night on the Facebook live chat on the 5th quarter. Typical football week in Greenville. Monday, Tuesday, complain about the loss. Wednesday, talk about how great the Peach Bowl win was. Thursday, talk about how long it's been since we were at a bowl game. Friday, dream about what happens if we win on Saturday. We are not quite to Wednesday yet, but Redbeard on Twitter did say this isn't a new Troy D. Talking about the new Troy D
Right,
here.
if you're just tuning in, you may need to give it some perspective.
The new Troy D likes moral victories. He likes big picture.
Yeah.
He doesn't take selfies with Chris Johnson.
Right.
It's pretty shocking stuff.
It's stunning.
Redbeard says it's not a new Troy D until he can go at least a month without saying anything about the Peach Bowl.
I've not. It's been at least 20 days before I've said anything about that said game.
How do you know that?
I don't think I've said anything about it at least in a couple weeks.
20 days?
Yeah.
No way.
It's like I've got 10 more to go.
All right. There's no way.
That's you saying that name, not me.
Yeah, this doesn't count for you.
No.
You didn't bring it up. Redbeard brought it up.
Not saying it. Not talking about it.
All right.
Maybe it's time we turn the page and move forward.
Wow, this is a new Troy D.
I mean, how long can we live in the past, Clip?
You ask yourself that question and get back to me. Let me know. All right. We got Holton Ahlers, CJ Johnson joining us in hour 3. Couple more games. This stinks. The Cowboys are really good.
Oh, I heard Brian Bailey always, and now he's trying to go ahead and just go straight to the playoffs. Oh my gosh! I mean, don't you know though that it'll only make it more painful if the Cowboys have a meltdown?
Well, they're going to host the playoff game because they're going to win the East.
Yeah, easily.
So they're going to have that home playoff game. I would love to see. I mean, it's going to be maybe against a good West team like the Rams or the Cardinals.
Yeah,
and they lose that game.
Oh, that'll be, and then they lose a home playoff game.
That would be sweet. That's all we can bank on.
So even like the more they win now in the regular season, the letdown's going to be that much bigger.
That's all I'm looking forward to right now.
So Redskin fans or team formerly known as Redskins, have faith.
Yeah. I'll start watching football again in January when the Cowboys lose at home in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Cardinals beat the 49ers 17-10. And last night, are the Bills the best team in the NFL? They hammered the Chiefs 38-30. 3 touchdowns passing for Josh Allen, had a rushing touchdown, and they look like the best team in football right now.
I know we've been talking about the Chiefs sleepwalking through the regular season, but at what point do you start worrying?
If they lose to Washington next week, you can worry.
If you're a Chiefs fan, I guess if you lose to the Washington football team next week, I would press the panic button.
Yeah.
Clip, we have a demarcation date of the said bowl game you were talking about. Thanks to Kenny. He brought up because there was a Luke Fisher in town that we had on the pregame show, where I did an on location with for game day.
Okay.
That was the last time I'd mentioned it when he was here, and that was a couple weeks ago.
So you talked to him.
But you had to ask him about that.
Right, I had to. But so let's go ahead and say I mentioned it then because he was there.
So that would have been
homecoming game.
Charleston. Oh, that's Tulane.
Yeah.
So you're barely a week in.
Okay. So I got 3 weeks to go.
Well, you told, you can't.
How could I not ask him about it?
Rules are rules. So you got to go 3 weeks now with no mention of the.
A little less than 3 weeks.
If you can go back in time and talk to Luke Fisher and be like, "Hey, Luke, talk about that game," and he's like, "Which one?"
Luke,
that game,
bowl game, January 1st, 1992.
Or you just went over the rest of his career and not that one single game where he had the play.
It is kind of like Luke Fisher, who is, as I call, pirate royalty. I mean, he's one of the gods of ECU football. I mean, think about it. I mean, he's one of the greatest tight ends we've ever had. He's scored the winning touchdown in that game. It is kind of weird when you see him and he's like, "Yeah, I'm around here now." And
is he around here?
No, when he was talking about that weekend. Most of the people, the people here, a lot of them weren't even born when that game was going on, and they don't know who I am, and I can just be a regular. I'm like, no, you can't be a regular person here. We're putting you on a pedestal whether you like it or not.
Matt says time to move on to the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. So is that the one we should just be talking about?
I was there in
Shane
Tampa.
Carden called a touchdown.
It was a very exciting bowl game, actually.
Yeah.
And this is Beef O'Brady's country, as I like to say.
Are they still operational?
I think so, because I saw it when I was down in Orlando and I checked my Facebook feed. I got an ad for Beef O'Brady's on my scroll.
Okay.
So it must have picked up my location. So I think they are still operational. I think Beef O'Brady's is still in business.
Headquartered in Tampa. So probably still a few of them down there in Florida.
I have never, in fast fact, never eaten at a Beef O'Brady's, only talked about it.
Yeah. You've been to the bowl game, not to the restaurant
Correct.
itself. All right?
Yeah.
Coming up tonight on Pirate Radio, the Battle of Baltimore, Colts and Ravens will play on Monday Night Football. Scotty Montgomery's Colts. Scotty Montgomery back on Pirate Radio. I
forgot he's an assistant.
That's right. He's a running backs coach.
When a running back scores, just think of Scotty Montgomery.
How's the running game this year for them?
Actually, I think Jonathan Taylor's been a major disappointment for fantasy owners this year. No surprise there, right?
Jonathan Taylor, you are the real deal.
Colts are 1-3. Jonathan Taylor on the year, just 274 yards.
He's got city speed.
Well, not really. He went to Wisconsin, didn't
Is
he?
he telling the running back room to work the body?
Well,
that ain't it. Chandler bringing out all the greatest hits here.
He's got them all. Play the hits today.
Wow.
All right, let's take a break. We'll get into hour number 3. We'll make you a winner. Also go inside the Players Lounge with Holton Ahlers and C.J. Johnson.
Don't tell Larry. We're getting ready to talk to Holton Ahlers directly.
Oh, Larry's got the tinfoil hat on ready for this interview.
Larry's getting ready to lose his mind.
I knew it.
Those guys have an inside connection over there.
Hey, there's local politics at play here.
Yes.
So,
Holton Ahlers for mayor.
Take a time out, come back, have more for you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Ooh, look at all that Parmesan cheese on that papadilla. Our freshly folded flatbread filled with juicy meats and melted cheese now has a crunchy, toasty outside. Now that's what's poppin'. Order today at papajohns.com.
Hey Pirate fans, order the new Parmesan Crusted Papadilla for only $7. The new Parmesan Crusted Papadilla is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holton Ahlers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they've come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is now open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live will make you a winner coming up later on in this hour. And also talk to C.J. Johnson a little later on. Right now, Troy D. and I will talk to starting quarterback of the Pirates, Holton Ahlers, joins us on the Fixed NC Live line as he joins us in the Players Lounge on this Monday. Holton, how you doing, man?
Doing good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate your time as always, Holton, and one that you feel like you could have got there in Orlando on Saturday night. What's the feeling of a team after you lose a game where you're in the lead, you got a shot to win it at the end, but they come out on top? So, got to imagine a lot of frustration for the guys there late Saturday night.
Yeah, that we were the best team on the field. We feel like Saturday, and we just felt like we just couldn't get it done when it came down to the late into the fourth quarter. And it's a lot of, the defense gave us a shot to win it, and the offense just didn't produce there in the red zone a couple of times there. So just got to learn from it. During the bye week, there's a lot of things you can look at, kind of from the first half of the season and learn from and get better from. But the good thing is we still got a lot of football ahead of us, so we can just learn from it and just keep going from there.
Holton, this is Troy. The game kind of reminded me of the South Carolina game. Just a couple plays here or there go the other way, and East Carolina wins that game. And I know you probably feel the same, that it was a very small margin of victory by UCF. Cliff and I were talking earlier about the last play. At what point, I thought it would have been sweet justice to get a Hail Mary on those guys and kind of pay them back for 10 years ago what they did to the Pirates. How close do you have to be to able to launch it? I know that wasn't the play that was called, but where, as far as your arm strength, where does the ball need to be able to go ahead and launch it as a Hail Mary? Because I know you guys have practiced that before in practice.
Yeah, I think anywhere from the 50 and out is probably more realistic, not only just for arm strength wise. I can probably get it there further than that, but you got to think, time. They're going to blitz on that. You got to get the receivers to get down there. So really from the 50 and in, there was, before the timeout, there was 6 seconds left, and we were going to throw an out route to Snead, get out of bounds, but somehow there was miscommunication with the refs, and there ended up being they took 3 seconds off the clock. So we didn't have enough time to do that and then throw the Hail Mary, like you said. So we had to go to one of our other, last chance plays type things. But those 3 seconds could have been huge. And like you said, anytime you get a Hail Mary, it's a 50-50 ball. There's tons of things that can happen in that moment. So I wish we could have got that opportunity, but that's just kind of how it lies.
Holton, take us back to the play. You guys were in the red zone. It looked like there was an opportunity for you to potentially run it in. I want to see what you saw from your perspective. I believe you ended up throwing it to C.J. Johnson.
CJ.
But so take us through that play as far as what you saw through your eyes and what was called.
Yeah, so the play, first of all, I should have ran the ball. I should have ran in for a touchdown there, and all I can do now is learn from it. Looking back at it, I knew it as soon as I threw the ball, I should have ran it. But the play was called to go to Rajay. It was a one-on-one with him and the backer played him good. So I got forced to the right, rolled right, saw CJ in the corner of the end zone, and him, he catches pretty much everything towards his body, so I figured I'd give him a chance. But looking back at it, I should have ran towards that pylon and at least make the first down, if not a touchdown there. So, like I said, just got to learn from it, learn to use my legs when the opportunity presents itself, and that's something that I'm going to do the second half of the season.
So you guys, you do have a green light and opportunities like that when it's available to be able to take it through the run, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, sir.
Holton, what's the focus for you? We'll start individually and then go to the team, but what do you want to do? What do you want to get accomplished this bye week here at the Chaff?
Yeah, I would just say, just be more consistent. I've had times where I've been really good, and I've had times where I've not been so good this year, and that's just, that's part of football. That's part of the game and playing good opponents. But at the same time, if you're good enough and you study enough, then we'll be fine. So, just be more consistent. Get the ball out to these guys that can make plays like they've shown that they can, and get them the ball as much as possible, as frequently as possible. So just getting through the reads cleaner, getting the right ID mic, getting the right mic ID, just little things like that to get ready for the second half.
Holton, as we talk to you live now, today was normally a day off for you guys. I talked to a lot of the guys, and they were jammed up because they said it felt like being back in camp. Of course, ECU's in fall break right now. So I think the coaches used this as an opportunity to have a full day with you guys. You had practice earlier. You got a lot of team events. Take us through what happened today, what's going on the rest of the week, and I assume you're going to get a couple days off, hopefully, for the weekend with the open date.
Yeah, it did. Without school today, it kind of did feel like camp, at least for the early part of the morning throughout the mid-afternoon there. But, we woke up, we had, any therapy you have, anytime during the season, you're going to have bumps and bruises. So we had PT at 7 a.m., team meeting at 8 a.m., or team lift at 8 a.m., and then team meeting at 9 a.m., ready for practice, and practice after that, and then a couple other meetings after that. So I think we got out of there around 2 today, which isn't too bad. We usually team meet around 2, so it's a little bit different from practicing in the afternoon. I think the schedule will be like that until fall break ends, and then I think we'll just kind of kick back into normal schedule until I think Friday and Saturday we will have off to kind of lay back and relax a little bit, enjoy this bye week, watch some football, and get ready for Houston.
And you guys have a team dinner tonight, too, which will be good. Get everybody together, at least off the field together. Midpoint of the season, 6 games in, 6 games to go. The team's 3-3 right now. Big picture, still a ton to play for, as I said earlier. It's still a tremendous opportunity to get this team to postseason.
It is. Like I said, going into the season, we all talked about getting to a bowl game and what this senior class really wanted to do, and that's the main thing. Is we just want to get to a bowl game and get 6, and we're in. And we still have a lot of that in front of us. We know that it's going to be a tough slate to do that, but it's still there, and it's very much there, and the goal's still there, and we talk about it every day. So we believe in this team. We believe that this is the team that can do it, and these are the guys that can do it, and that's going to be our goal. And we're still talking about this week, even during the bye week, is we're halfway there. The goal is to get 6 wins. We're already halfway there with 3 wins, but we think we can get more than 3 wins. But you just got to take it 1 week at a time and see how it plays out.
What are you planning on doing this weekend? It's all football all the time for you, Holton. You finally get a couple days off Friday and Saturday. Is it like us? You still watch football even when you have some time off, or do you get away from it and do something different?
Yeah, I'll probably wake up and like I was when a little kid, watch College Game Day, because we don't really get an opportunity to do any of that much during the season, and then probably just watch football all day, to be honest with you. I wish I'd do something different, but I like football too much.
Speaking of game day, you got a shout out on Saturday from Reese Davis, Holton. Of course, he did call you Holton Ahlers. Are you tired of hearing Ahlers and Ayers and all those other names other than Ahlers?
Shoot, my family probably is more than me. I don't really. I knew my brother texted me, or one of my roommates or someone texted me, said they did it, but I didn't even know he said anything different. So that's my first time hearing that. But no, my family's probably more annoyed of it more than I am.
Happens quite often, unfortunately. But people certainly know your name, and good luck the rest of the way, Holton.
And I did want to ask too. You said you had PT earlier today. How are you doing physically halfway through the season? Because you have to, that UCF defense was pretty tough, and I know they had some of their starters that might have been off on offense, but their defense looked really tough to me. From your perspective, would you agree? I guess.
No, yeah, they were good. Those front four were as good as in this league, as talented as in this league as we'll face. Really, Cincinnati's got a really good front, and then Houston's got a really good front too. But those are the top three really talent-wise on that defensive line. So, they had some dudes up there that can probably play. One of them came from Auburn. They can play anywhere. But, I thought their line blocked them well. And physically, anytime, like I said, during the season, you're going to have bumps and bruises. But for the most part, I'm good. Main thing's the main thing, and that's just to get ready for the next game. And that's what I'm doing.
Well, good luck, and we'll talk with you again next week in the Players Lounge. I hope you enjoy your off weekend and get some much-needed rest and relaxation, Holton, and we'll talk with you again soon.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
So there's Holton Ahlers, ECU quarterback, joining us on the Players Lounge here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Weird schedule, as you said, today, Troy, with the off week and I guess school out, so all that stuff. So we'll get hopefully more players in next Monday, get folks ready for the Houston matchup. Yeah, this has been a tough day. We appreciate the guys that were, DJ Ford, Holton, and I think CJ Johnson, but the other guys, just too many conflicts. And this is, we got to work around their schedule too. This normally, when it's an off day, it's easy, but when they have situations like this, you got to be flexible. All right, let's talk about your trip to the bounce house, Troy D. I'm glad I went. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was a quick hit. We left Saturday morning and we were back Sunday morning. So we weren't gone very long. First time down there, we were driving in, all these kind of places in Florida kind of look alike. Just the way the highways are set up, and what we have is Greenville Boulevard. They have more divided highways. But you could have a blindfold on and not know whether you were in Kissimmee, Orlando, they all kind of have the similar feel to it. So I thought it's, obviously it's Florida. It was nice weather down there. But the bounce house, you hear so much about it. You walk up and the damn thing feels like it's made out of aluminum foil. I'm like, God, just put me down as, maybe I'm a traditionalist. I like concrete in my stadium. I like it to be a little more sturdy than that. And I do know why they call it the bounce house, because when people start going up and down, you definitely feel it. It has some give to it. Is it structurally safe? I don't know. First of all, I would never want to be near the thing during a lightning storm in Florida because it's way too much metal. It had the feeling like if this was their first game or their first season, I would have a opinion that, man, this thing could collapse. It just did not feel safe. Now, obviously, it is. Yeah. It's been built, I guess, structurally sound, but it doesn't, you walk, it just doesn't, feels hollow. It felt cheap to me. It was crap. I just didn't like it. Now, I will give their operations people credit. They kept a lot of energy during the game. They almost had someone like a DJ or something, but they were playing songs that were really energizing to the crowd and to the students, and they run it a little bit different. I just don't think we could duplicate that here at East Carolina because of all the sponsorship agreements and the commercials that have to run, and the flow of of the way they produce the game seemed like they were just able to do those. The only commercial I really remember seeing on the video board was for Walt Disney World, and they don't do a ton of, they did 1 or 2 recognitions. They don't go crazy. It seems like every time out we got something we have to announce or this or that or a commercial. They don't do as much of that. So they dedicate that time more to music, it seems like, really up. They have the band, but the band hardly plays. It was mostly all this, high energy club music that they're playing the whole time. Maybe it's because it's Florida. It's a little different. But I don't, I was not impressed. Stadium's fine. It's clean. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. Their concessions weren't necessarily that great either. They had long lines at concessions too. Maybe not as bad as East Carolina had a few weeks ago, but they weren't exactly speedy down there. And the fans were fine that I talked to. They were okay. They were.
we didn't get, there wasn't like any incidents or they weren't, nasty.
We heard from Todd before the game.
Yeah, I mean, they were, when we finally, met some folks and were able to drink their beer, we made some friends. But there's nothing that special about, I think the tailgates, and maybe I'm biased, at East Carolina are a lot better than what they have at UCF.
Did you go by the Villages?
No, that's probably too far away.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to go by the Villages, and
just curious.
I did.
You brought it up last week.
I did. That wasn't on the list of itinerary things to do.
All right. Didn't know if you were looking for your future residence there.
No,
down in Florida.
I don't know if I'd want to live down there. To be honest,
it's.
And if I did, I don't know if I'd want to live in the Villages.
A lot of sunshine and summer down there, Troy.
I did. Well, that I am not opposed to.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'd be comfortable living in Florida. And no offense to our friends and listeners in Florida. I'm not saying I wouldn't live in Florida. Maybe a temporary deal, like maybe November, December, January, February, you go down to Florida.
Go down to Del Boca Vista.
Yeah. I could do like a temporary deal there, but then I'd have to come back here during the rest of the year.
All right.
That would kind of be cool, I guess. But I don't know. I didn't think the stadium was that great, to be honest.
Not a bounce house fan.
Not a bounce house fan, no.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's get a break in. CJ Johnson is here. He'll join us on the Players Lounge here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll also make you a winner coming up next segment.
Matt's saying on Facebook Live that their stadium is actually made out of recycled White Claw cans.
Little known fact. Stat to consider.
I got to tell you, the White Claw cans feel a little more sturdy to me.
Those are tougher to crush than the seats you're sitting in.
I mean, if there's ever a situation in a stadium and it happens there, I'm just going to say I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Weird. I'm not wishing that to happen. It wouldn't surprise me.
We'll get a break in. CJ Johnson joins us next. We're back with you after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
10-5, touchdown Pirates! Holton Ahlers takes it in!
Pirate fans, single game tickets are on sale now for as low as $20 for 3 great games to come. East Carolina will take on the Bulls of South Florida, the Temple Owls for Hall of Fame weekend, and then Thanksgiving weekend, it's nationally ranked Cincinnati. For tickets, go to ECUPirates.com.
You can paint this with purple!
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Hour 3 of the show. We'll make you a winner coming up at the end of this segment. World traveler Troy D here went to the East Carolina game on a Saturday in Orlando. He's heading to a Northwestern game. Northwestern Rutgers on Saturday. Yeah. Bears Packers on Sunday. Yes. Left out another game you were at, Troy. Conley Rose.
Yeah, I did. Oh, you know what?
Friday.
That was an exciting one too. Started the weekend off.
And I think Conley could use CJ Johnson right about now.
Yeah, missing Holton CJ there. But yeah, good. Congratulations to Rampants. They looked great. Carlester Crumpler, though, has a son, Isaiah Crumpler on Conley, who is a phenom.
I think a sophomore now?
He is a sophomore. He scored both touchdowns for the game in 2 different ways. One on offense, one in defense. He had a pick 6, and then he scored the other one on offense. But, man, what a talented kid.
And East Carolina is aware of him.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, I think everybody's aware of it.
Yeah,
but
can't keep him a secret.
That is, keep an eye on Carlester Crumpler's son at Conley, because he is going to be a highly recruited individual, and kind of like our guy here, getting a lot of buzz early on.
CJ Johnson joins us, former Conley star. Let's start there, CJ, your recruitment to East Carolina. We around here knew about you and heard your name before a lot of folks did, but then everybody starts to hear about you. So was East Carolina on you earlier than everybody else?
Actually, I mean, they were kind of on me, but it was always like I kind of knew they were there, because they didn't offer me until later in the recruitment process. But I always stayed in touch with them. I always knew that I had that. So
yeah. Who else was coming after you hard? Schools in the Triangle, right?
Virginia Tech was coming at me hard. UNC.
I remember you posted pictures from Virginia Tech
and UNC.
On your Twitter page back then.
Yeah, I did. And I'm trying to think. It was so long ago.
You're like an old man now.
Yeah.
Either way, you ended up here.
Yeah. I was about to say, either way, I ended up here.
CJ, tough one, man, in Orlando, and we've talked about it ad nauseum at this point, but a game that you kind of feel like, hey, we should have won this one. We got this one. Holton Ahlers said, the better team on the field didn't win that night. You guys were the better team on the field. What goes through your mind on a tough loss like that, where you go on the road, you got a shot, but they get it done there at the end?
I mean, that definitely stings a little bit, just knowing that we were one possession away from winning, like, a hard-fought game. But I most definitely think we won the point of contact up front. So
we hear what Coach Mike Houston says, after the game to the media. But what about what he told you guys, in the locker room? What are his first thoughts to y'all after a game like that?
We gotta go get back in the lab. He congratulated us on like the effort that we played with and the grit that we played with. But like he said, just the process. He also said something. He said, if we didn't win that game because we weren't meant to win that game. It was just showing us that we still have areas to improve in, and we're not there yet. So I just see it as a humbling event.
We talked to Ahlers about the play where, looking back on it, he says he should have taken off and ran and probably could have scored a touchdown. Instead, he throws it to you, and you make a nice catch on it. You just ran out of room. The ball took you out of bounds. But I'm sure you recall that play.
Yeah.
That ball is a foot to the left. You probably get your feet in for a touchdown there.
I mean, it's all types of things. It's not just his fault. Maybe, like, if I maybe would have stuck the route a little bit better, and maybe like I was open earlier. So I mean, it's different factors that factor into it.
And that's how close it is, right? Like it's a matter of the inches and seconds away.
And it comes to a game like that is so close. One play like that goes the other way. It completely changes the potential outcome of that game.
Yes, sir. Like if you put that touchdown on the scoreboard, it's game over, whether they scored it then or not.
Yeah.
Now a bye week, CJ. So, and you mentioned this earlier, Troy. The schedule a little bit different for you guys today. I saw you had a guest speaker come in. So you're doing a few different things here during the bye week.
Who came and talked to you?
Shep came in, and he was a really good influence. He had really good things to say.
I think it was CL Shepherd, but he goes by Shep, right?
Yeah,
so you had a speaker today. Is the rest of the schedule, the practice schedule this week, normal for you? Is it a little bit different?
Well, tomorrow we go in the morning again. It's not as early as we went this morning, but and then Wednesday we're back on regular schedule because we're back in school.
How much are you looking ahead to Houston this week, or do you save that for next week and focus on yourselves? When do you start getting ready for the Cougars?
We've already started watching film on them a little bit, not too much, just because we want to use this week to develop ourselves and go 1-0 against ourselves. Because Coach Big John told us if we can go 1-0 this week, then that's a big step forward, because that's like a big step in your development and stuff.
CJ Johnson joins us inside the Players Lounge. CJ, halfway through the season, when you guys practice now, what are you guys specifically? This is different from preseason camp where they're putting all the installs in and you're kind of trying to learn everything or fine tune things. What are you guys doing now halfway through? When you guys do practice, what are the specific points of focus now?
The specific points is just effort and flying around. Like, coach looks out for us. He saves our legs a little bit some days. He'll cut a couple periods out of practice, but it's just mostly effort and playing fast. Everything we do during fall camp, we execute. Maybe just like, cutting the playbook in half, but either way, we're still going over those plays and executing those at high speed. So,
are there new plays constantly being put in, or is it just trying to fine tune the plays that are already there?
Oh man, right now we have, like, every week we have like almost a new playbook. It seems like, but it's really only it's just disguising what we do in different ways and running the same stuff but in different ways.
CJ, as a player, you go out, and I'm sure your entire football career, you've gone out to a game thinking, I'm going to win this game. We're going to win this game. Realistically, that has been difficult the last few years for East Carolina. But now you're in these games, and legitimately, you can win every single game. So the mindset probably hadn't changed for you, but do you feel different going out on the field this year as opposed to like 2 years ago?
I mean, I've had the same passion for the game that I've always had. I want to be a winner, but I definitely think the environment around me has now developed that passion, and like we know we can play with these teams, and like we're gonna play like we can play with these teams. It just takes a couple more tweaks to get to win big games like that.
Talking to CJ Johnson, getting ready for a bye week this week. So we asked Holton, asked DJ earlier. Saturday, look, I don't have to be here all day for pregame and postgame. I'm gonna watch football all day.
You don't want to get one in just to keep fresh?
Nah, I don't need any more reps. I'm gonna stay home and watch football.
We're gonna give Clip Saturday off too.
Appreciate that. CJ, how about you? Are you gonna get away from football Saturday, or are you gonna be watching games all day?
Oh, I'm most definitely gonna be watching games all day.
There you go.
Most likely.
He's one of us.
Yeah.
And I noticed this is kind of rare, seems like, Troy, but Houston and ECU off this week, so there's no Houston game to watch.
Yeah.
So you'll be checking in on other games.
Yeah.
You don't get an opportunity to do that much.
Not much at all. Not college or NFL, because on Sundays we got Sunday practice. So.
Yeah. When you flip it around, would you rather see teams coming up on the schedule or teams that we've already played to see what they're doing?
I'd rather watch teams coming up on the schedule.
We kind of scout them a little bit.
Yeah.
And next on the home docket, CJ, Thursday nighter, ESPN at home. That gets you're fired up for every game, but that gets the juices going, right?
Oh yeah, you love a Thursday night primetime game because all eyes on you.
That's ESPN coming up next home game.
And when's the last time we've had a primetime ESPN flagship game?
Was it Temple?
Yeah. Was Cincinnati that year you had a huge game? Was that a Thursday night?
I think it was. I can't remember.
Not ESPN2, but ESPN.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
Tom
the last
McClellan
one
question.
was Temple.
All right. You're probably right.
The one where did the lights cut off in that one?
The lights cut off.
Seems like something like that happens every time we're on ESPN. Hopefully not this
That's
year.
right. Wow.
It was towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
And the lights turned off.
I think it was like right at halftime. It was like right after halftime.
I believe it was a fuse blown situation.
Yeah, that was a weird deal. So kept us here later into the night. Thanks for that. All right, CJ, thanks for hanging out, man.
Oh, yeah,
Enjoyed
no
it.
problem.
Enjoy your open day weekend. So get some football in.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a break. As we do, Shirley Rhodes, let's make somebody a winner on this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
Let's do a $10 gift card to Quarters Bar and Grill.
All right, nice. Burgers, wings, some great pirate beverages at Quarters Bar and Grill. $10 gift card can be yours if you are caller number
12.
Caller 12, 317-1250. We're back with more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday after this.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too.
See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or sleeping issues? Eastern Healthcare has a solution for you. Eastern Healthcare is the premier CBD store with retailer quality products to help with any ailment you might have. They carry nationally recognized brands such as Curative's Delta 8, CBD Distillery, and Charlotte's Web with a wide variety of delivery systems.
This is Adam from Eastern Healthcare. Come visit our store at 2245 Stantonsburg Road across from Vidant Hospital or call 227-4199. Eastern Healthcare. Wellness starts here.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA is the easiest way to make some extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive and make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. And congratulations to Daryl Lambert of Greenville. Picked up a $10 gift card courtesy of Quarters Bar and Grill. Greenville's newest sports bar is Quarters. They offer gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors. Plus, Quarters just added new appetizers to the menu. Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m., located in the shopping center right behind Krispy Kreme. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock, Troy D.
You mentioned a high school game. Started my weekend off with Rose Conley at Hollywood Crossroads. I got to give a shout out to my man Richard Allsbrook. I had a chance to go up in the press box at Conley for a while, second half, and man, one of the most talented PA. And you know, PA is not as easy as it sounds. You got a lot of things to cover and to read and to do. And it's not necessarily, doesn't flow like this, where you just go back and forth. It's a little more regulated. Richard Allsbrook's amazing.
He's a great one.
Because, I mean, he'll sit there and be having a conversation, and then he'll be like, such on the carry. You know, I'm like, how did you even see that? And then he's playing music, and he's doing like three things up there in addition to like the PA. I'm like, I don't know. I could not do like what he does. It stresses me out just watching it. I was like, how are you managing all of this?
Shout out to Richard.
You know me, Clip. I don't think my attention span's long enough, like to be able to run the music and do the PA and do whatever else, and also offer commentary in the press box.
He's a one-man band.
It's incredible.
Got some fan favorites coming up on the show this week. It's a bye week, so I thought it's time to talk some ECU basketball. And it's a tough league, Troy.
It is a tough league.
But Cy Seymour is going to tell us why East Carolina will be better this year than they were a year ago.
All right.
He's already said it 4 times. He's already fired up.
Boy, I keep hearing about this one player. I got to get the kid's
You're not
name.
going to say his name because you don't know it.
No, I don't know his name, but I've heard a number of people talk about him.
I don't know who was it.
R.J. Felton.
Is it Tabs? Is it?
I'm going to have to get the name and get back to you on that. There's one.
That's a nice tease.
There is a player that I've heard from a number of
Is
ECU.
it a player that's been here for about 3 years?
No, more like 3 minutes. And they highly recruited, and he's bounced around a little bit. But I've talked to a number of ECU insiders that are really high on this kid.
Maybe Winston Tabs from Boston College. Vance Jackson, Arkansas. Heard some good things about him. No? Okay.
It might be.
One of those two.
Yeah, it was one of those two. I got to figure out which one it was.
All right.
Let's talk to the people that I talked to again. And see, I'm so in football mode right now. I'm not ready to make the turn into basketball. Although I guess we're going to have to, because when's the season start, Clip?
Next month. So we'll see. When's the first game? Yeah, it's time. I have enough room in my my life for both.
Yeah,
I can make some room.
But you are a basketball guy.
Love
like
the
that's
hoops.
your passion.
Tuesday, November 9th against South Carolina State.
Let's go.
I mean, that's less than a month away. As we sit here, getting close to mid-October now.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
This month is flying by.
Flowing.
It's flowing when it's flying.
Another fan favorite on the baseball diamond will talk to us for the first time since becoming a pro. Thomas Francisco going to join us on Friday.
Good get.
We'll talk to Franny.
It's a good open date guest.
As I look back, I talked to him Friday, July 16th, Troy. Mm-hmm. Said, congrats, man. Can we get you on the show sometime? He said, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I'm free.
All right.
And I said, thanks, let me know.
All right.
So I texted him today in October, and he said, yeah, sorry I didn't get back to you in July, but he has been playing, and he's ready to come on.
Promises made, promises kept.
That's
right.
He's
free now.
He is free and ready to
he
go.
He didn't say when. He said when he was free.
And that is something I'm going to talk to him about. Like, when ECU lost to Vanderbilt, it's like, season's over, baseball's over. For those drafted guys, their season just begins when they get drafted. So he's played like a whole nother season.
Yeah,
and he's ready to talk about that. So looking forward to talking to Franny coming up on Friday.
Joe Davis, my basketball expert guy, saying on Facebook Live, Vance Jackson was highly recruited. You did, and I do believe that's the guy that I'm going to be keeping an eye on this year.
Troy's keeping an eye on guy.
My guy to watch.
All right.
And I would say most Pirate fans, if I said Vance Jackson, they'd say who? But at the end of the season, remember his name, and remember Troy D told you,
God.
Vance Jackson is my guy to watch.
Remember, Troy didn't know his name 3 minutes ago.
But that doesn't matter, Clip.
That doesn't matter at all.
Because we know it now.
That's right. Vance Jackson. Cy Seymour is going to pump up the entire team coming up on Tuesday. I can promise you that.
I don't know. It could be a new Cy. Maybe he's negative this year.
How much you want to bet on that one? What if Cy says...
What if I'm positive and he's negative?
If Cy ever says, Clip, we're in trouble this year, man, I'm going to tell you, we just ain't got it. Then that is a sign of the times. Because Cy always has faith in the Pirates.
Who's more positive, Cy Seymour, color analyst for ECU basketball, or Matt Maloney from the Pirate Club?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they should have a positive off.
Even when times were their darkest, I mean, we were at rock bottom with Scotty Montgomery. We hadn't won, we'd lost 10 games in a row. Comfort buried the program. You had a bad chancellor at the time. Even at the time, I remember seeing Maloney. I'm like, man, times are tough. He just shook his head and went, He just shook his head. That was the most negative thing you could get out of Maloney. A head shake. Going, yeah, it's tough. But we'll never said anything bad. They would never say it. No, we just got to keep. We'll go. Come on, man. Come on, big guy.
Hey, look.
Matt Maloney, very positive person.
No doubt. And we talked to Cy preseason instead of postseason because he's not as positive after the season as he is going into a year.
It's just a super positive time for Cy.
Oh, he's fired up, ready to go for some Pirate hoops.
Yeah.
All right. Troy D on his world travels. So this will be your first Northwestern game you're attending.
Yeah. Can't say I'm that excited about it.
Yeah. Well, are you just doing it?
I'm doing it because my sister who lives in Chicago is a season ticket holder too, and evidently has a priority parking pass right in front of the stadium, like a parking pass Ron Dowdy would have here.
So I remember when Northwestern made the basketball tournament for the first time ever, I want to say.
Yes.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus maybe had a son on the team or something. She was the celebrity in the stands for their games. We need to get Troy D next time they make a run. Yeah. You and your sister could be the celebrity fans.
Well, and my sister went to the Final Four when that team out of Chicago with
Loyola.
Loyola. She had a connection there and ended up going with the team. And what was the lady's name? That's the
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean. Got her picture with Sister Jean. And I was like, that is awesome. Went to the Final Four that year with them. So. Yeah, my sister's not afraid to jump on the Chicago bandwagons.
Yeah, isn't she does she have a hardball connection?
She went to the University of Michigan and was in class with Jim Harbaugh.
So she's worse than you picking multiple teams.
But
at least she has a reason.
She is a Michigan grad, though. Yeah. She went to Michigan, graduated from there, was in class with Jim Harbaugh.
Are you still a Patriots guy or are you a Bucks guy now?
No. I'm a Tony Collins guy. So as long as Tony Collins is still a Patriots guy, then
you could potentially get some tickets there.
Yes, I'm saying. We should, but things have started to get back to normal.
By the way, did you hear Tony on last week? Are you ever going to do the mayonnaise thing?
Yeah, well, because now he has another busted guarantee. He guaranteed ECU over UCF.
Oh man!
So he's racking up these busted guarantees.
Yeah.
Now we may have to put mayo all over his body, not just his head.
Look, we're going to do this one Thursday soon, whether we're here or not.
Yeah, I know.
We got to get this done.
Yeah, my son's football season, which is the other football games that I watch for the Epps Acock team, the Jag Dogs, is getting ready to come to an end. So
you didn't even mention that he had a catch last week. I had to see it on Facebook.
Yeah, he did a great
nice snag.
One-handed catch in the rain.
One hand.
Yeah, he was pretty pumped up about that.
Chad said Detroit just started Detroit these guys to watch list. I know you love a watch list. There's our first watch list.
Do we have music for that, Shirley?
No, because it has a real song in it, and we'll all die if we play it. So we can't do that fun stuff anymore.
Damn you, Internet.
Yep.
We can do it on the radio. It's the Internet that's the problem.
The YouTube.
The YouTube.
And the Facebook.
So we're doing it for you people that watch Facebook and YouTube. We're losing production value for you.
That's right.
So you can continue to see this show.
You're welcome.
At the expense of our radio audience.
That's right.
Now we can play anything on the radio. There's no holds bar on the radio. But
speaking of our radio audience, longtime listener, as you would call him, UPS Joe.
Yes.
Called in today.
Well, what would you call him? He's not FedEx Joe.
He told me every time I would answer the phone, he said, "Don't say this is UPS Joe."
Come on, he is UPS.
And then I'd put Joe, and then right when you'd hear his voice, you go, "Oh, UPS Joe." So that's why I just call him Joe.
He will always be UPS Joe to me, even though he's retired. He's UPS alumni now.
UPS alum. I mean, UPS Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Joe.
If there was a Hall of Fame in Greenville, at the shipping facility here, Joe would be there. They could hang banners up there. It's a huge facility. They could have his picture, 40 years of service or whatever it was.
So he called today and he said, Clip, I was just wondering how you doing. And I was like, doing good, Joe. How are you, man? And he's like, how's your blood pressure? And so the Pirates lost, Washington lost, the Braves were playing. I really still didn't know what he was referring to.
Yeah, we did need to do a mental health check on you.
So, and I was like, it's down, it's fine. And he was like, Larry had a top 10 call of all time Saturday night. That's what he was talking about.
Did he agree with Larry? Or he just meant for
no, just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
He said he really enjoyed the interaction with Larry. And me yelling at Larry, I think, was his favorite part. So,
it's a political deal.
Yeah,
a lot of politics involved with who's
There's
playing.
local politics, bud.
It is, bud.
By the way,
politics.
I'm not your bud, friend.
Dude.
Hey, look, I appreciate the thought that Pirate Radio or people affiliated with Pirate Radio are that powerful that we are dictating who the starting quarterback is.
That's right.
But
that ain't edge.
I hate to admit it, but I don't think that's the case.
Nah.
But if it is the case, I'll take it.
Whoops. I think Mike Houston has bigger fish to fry, and they,
But do we reach a lot of people with this station? Yes. Do we broadcast for the Pirate Nation? Yes. Do we all have our own opinions and biases? Sure. We're normal people, just like you are. Are we all Pirate fans that we want to see the program succeed? Yes. Do we sometimes disagree with maybe how we get there? Sure, that's part of the program, but we also give that show a platform for other people to have their opinions heard. That's the point of the program. But sometimes, as I said, just because you have an opinion doesn't make it right. You can have an opinion and it can be wrong.
Same with ours.
Sure, absolutely. And look, do I give some folks the benefit of the doubt because I know them personally and we have a relationship, and I sometimes get everything that I know I don't say on the air, yes, that is the case. But I'm not, once again, we're not the ones deciding the starting lineup for ECU football.
Yeah, we don't determine
we're
personnel decisions.
A media outlet.
Yeah.
So I think, as I said, I think that's a little, he's overblowing the situation, especially with Morgan. Morgan's just his dad.
If I had pull, or if I knew Morgan had pull, I would have had ECU blitz on 4th and 8 the other night.
I know.
Instead of dropping 8.
Right.
So
and you know what? And if we talk to Blake Harrell later this week, he might like to have a do-over on that one, is my guess.
Or maybe not, because, again, I watch football as a fan. I don't see and know all the intricacies of it. DJ Ford, when I was talking to him earlier, talked about how there were several plays where they disguised like they were going to blitz and then drop back, and that freshman quarterback had issues, and they made plays on him. So, maybe it could have worked out. Maybe a guy missed an assignment. I just thought
they get that 4th and 8.
As much as they blitz normally, I just assumed they would go there.
Blitz,
I think they might have overthought it a little bit.
You get a sack on that play, game's over.
Yep.
Basically. I mean, it was like a minute 20 left, I think.
Yeah, Pirates take a few knees and get out of there with a W.
I think so.
So
I mean, I think that was that. The game came down to literally that one play almost.
Yep. All right, let's get our final break in. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap it up on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 lease at $489 a month, 10,000 miles a year for 36 months for qualified buyers. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
This is Bruce Bivens, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was down 250 points at 34,496. NASDAQ was down 93 at 14,486, and the S&P was also down 30 points and closed out at 4,361. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, and one last look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. Braves win. Braves win.
Braves win.
Congratulations. You're all braved out today, too.
Red Sox win, too.
Red Sox play tonight, 7 o'clock on FS1. And then it's they play the Rays, the Dodgers, Giants go at it 9:30. We got Monday Night Football here on Pirate Radio, Ravens and Colts.
What's that lid you got on? Is that D.H. Conley?
D.H. Conley.
The American
look, stars and bars.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
That must have been a gift from somebody.
Coach Mills hooked me up with this baby.
Yeah, that's a nice looking hat. I was down at the Orlando airport, had some time to kill. The lids down there was amazing. I was like, God, this is like Clip Brock's Disney World here.
I'm crazy about a lid.
No, and I've seen lids, but this lids was like 3 times bigger than any lids I've ever been in.
We got one at the Greenville Mall. It's kind of like a closet.
Oh,
it's
a joke. This thing was unbelievable how big it was.
Yeah,
like you would have like spent hours in there, I think.
Oh yeah. Love a lid.
Yeah.
Love a hat.
There were some great shops down in the Orlando airport, by the way. If you were just like looking to shop and kill time.
Next time I'm at the Villages, I'll check that out.
We stayed at the Hyatt, which is attached to the airport, so you could go in and out and then like go to the food court there. I was like, this is kind of had a Tom Hanks feel movie to it, you know? Wasn't he stuck in the airport for a long time, one of those movies?
Troy, we're out of time.
Sorry, but it was great. They had a great Chick-fil-A there.
Well, more on this story Wednesday at 5.
Yeah.
Well,
Troy, Pirate Radio Indoors.
That's right. We'll have an indoor segment with Troy D. with Bryce Williams joins us.
Yeah.
Bryce was not happy. Got some texts from him during the game.
He texts you a lot during the game.
Yeah, he's a big game texter now.
Yeah.
We don't look so dang good.
Yeah. And he texts like he talks, which I appreciate it.
Exactly like it. Got the Brian Bailey Show coming up next. We're listening to our live edition Monday Night Football tonight. We'll see you Tuesday at 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation.